Good morning. My name is Crystal Barker. It's not Elle in it, Crystal. And I'm joined by Dexter.
But you can't remember Dynasty, can you?
I vaguely remember
Really?
Dynasty, vaguely. I remember Dallas more than I do Dynasty.
See, I was never a Dallas. I was a Dynasty and a Colby's.
Well, Colby's, I haven't got a clue what that is.
Okay, that was a sort of a follow-up program.
A follow-up?
Yes.
Another way of using your ribbons is to produce amazing shoulder pads like these.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I think it works, doesn't it? I'm kind of like a cross between Crystal and American footballer. Kind of a mixture between the two.
Yeah.
Slash Incredible Hulk. Only then I'd need some muscles, but I haven't got any muscles whatsoever. What do I look like? They look like armbands.
Water wings.
Martha said I can wear these the whole show. My only concern is I quite like this top, so when I put it on another time, I can have these big lumps on my shoulders. Probably am.
Yeah.
Good morning. How are you? Nice to have your company. I know. We've got an 80s themed show, and well, to be honest, we didn't have that. We haven't got the clobber, so we thought of improvised, didn't we?
You look really good.
Improvised. I've got very broad shoulders. So let's get interactive. Send some messages in. What's your favourite parts of the 80s?
Or your worst parts
Or the
of the
worst,
80s.
yes. What's the worst part of the 80s for you? Kim? What's your best part? Your birth. I suppose yes. Well, no, not for everyone. Some of us weren't born in the 80s. Not the best part for me, anyway. Was it the best part for you?
It was the best decade in my life, the 80s. Between the 80s, I was 8 and 18, which were my sort of teenage and formative years, so it was the best for me.
I bet you've got some properly amazing photos.
Yeah.
I shared a pretty embarrassing photo the other day, but that was 90s. Did you see that, Kim? With my hair, yeah. I'll bring it in later on. I'll nip out and get my phone and show you all. It's hilarious. It's so bad. What's your favourite parts of the 80s? What's the worst parts of the 80s? What do you love about the 80s? Was it Dynasty? Was it shoulder pads? Was it rah-rah skirts? Was it neon socks? That was the 80s, wasn't it? Neon socks.
Yes, yeah.
Totally. Was it glitter? Like this itchy, scratchy neck scarves. Anyway, we've got an amazing 4-hour show lined up. I'm joined by the lovely Mark Smith. I don't feel right introducing you as Dexter.
No? Okay.
Because you know you are the one and the only. So we're gonna have an amazing 4 hours. Are you excited?
Yes. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to spoil anything.
No, go on.
Go on,
because I think I know what you're going to say.
I'm not going to spoil anything. Well, the first kit is incredible, which is how the whole 80s thing came about.
Yeah.
And I think we've gemmed it just right at the 2 necklaces that we've named.
Yes.
And the second kit a bit later on, it's a chips and nugget hour, but all I'm going to say is the biggest pearl nuggets Kim and I have ever seen.
I know. When have you ever seen pearl nuggets before?
Not this size. They are huge.
They are huge.
Yeah.
And the price, by the way, ridiculously low. So it's really exciting. What have we got coming up? Well, I have got some of the white busts coming your way. We've got incredible bundles, including, Mark, you might not know this, but there is one of your favourite gemstones on the entire planet in a massive bundle. It is your fluorite coming up.
Oh, really?
Big. It's low in stock, though, so so you'll need to be there as soon as you possibly can. What else do we have? Brand new strands of opportunities coming in. We've got multicolor pyrite coming up this hour, which is perfect for every decade, not just the 80s. We've got amazing Kunzite. It's just so much, I don't even know where to begin. Shall we start? Should we get this show underway? Let's start with some sterling silver, shall we? Now, in a stasher bundle, let me just move those little things out the way for 1 second. Is it the discs? The discs are lovely. Oh, it's everything. Wait, it's everything. Let me get that bit of fluff off there as well. Last time I saw the charms, they were individual, so they weren't in a bundle, and I can vaguely recall what they actually closed at. So this is an amazing bundle for you all. Look at these discs. Let me just show you this one charm, actually, because I've bought this charm, and I bought it for this. It's a combination of 2 charms, but this is what I bought it for. It's my personal favourite. You know that place? Almost said it.
The shape of the box, that shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
you know that
yeah.
place?
Yeah.
It's £30. And almost identical, by the way. You know the place I'm on about, don't you? I've got this charm and I just literally wear it, oopsie, on a sterling silver chain around my neckline because it's a beautiful pendant, isn't it? Have you ever seen this before, Matt?
No,
Isn't it lovely?
No.
Isn't it lovely?
I like the oxidised look. That's just beautiful, isn't it?
It really gives definition to the petals, doesn't it? Can you see? There's the stamping on the inside. Turn it round so you can see the detailing of the rose, and it is 360 degrees all the way around. You're not just getting this one charm, though. I've bought this myself, and I bought it for this. You get another charm and also beautiful brushed discs, which I'll show you in a second. They're the discs. Can you see? There's gorgeous angles. They're like little waves, curved, concave or convex, whichever way you want to look at it. Pop that one there because you've also got what we call is it a treble clef? This is a treble clef. I'm not particularly musical, so I know Lucy would know straight away. I know the lovely Zena would know straight away. I'm not particularly musical, but I love this. Gorgeous. So maybe you know somebody that's musical in your life or family. Maybe you are yourself. We'll add this to your charm bracelet or stroke pendant, whichever. A beautiful acquisition. I'll say it now quickly, just hopefully because nobody's watching. Wrapped it up as a present. So I've got the rose charm, and then I'm gifting this one. It's a piece of jewellery in its own individuality, isn't it? It looks beautiful on its own. You know, music. Everybody loves music, don't they? Most people can relate to it, even if you haven't got particular musical talent like myself. Can't sing for toffee. Can't play. Well, I used to be able to play the recorder, but very badly. Very, very badly. Attempted a violin. Again, really bad. Really, really bad. Are you musical, Mark?
No.
No.
At all. Again, like you, it was the recorder at school, and that was about it, really. And my singing is appalling.
Well,
Absolutely
maybe
appalling.
we won't be duetting today, then.
No. We will not be Renee and Renata today.
No, I don't think so, because neither of us are musically talented at all. I can't carry you, and you won't be able to carry me.
No.
Plus, you're getting all of these discs. I mean, how many of them are in total? Let's have a little look. 10. Oh, hang on, 20. You're getting 20 of them because it's doubled up. This is an amazing stash. I got a text message from Claire in Bridgend. I bought these charms on their own. The rose charm really does look like the one from... Yeah, the P Company. The treble cleft is gorgeous. Get these. They are. I guess that's going to be something like amazing or something like that. Same here, Claire. I bought them for the rose charm. Love the rose charm. Gifting the treble cleft. And you get all those spacer beads. So let's thread a few of those. Let's put that rose charm on the tweezers again for you to have a little look at. It's going to be hugely popular. So beautiful, aren't they? And there's an awful lot. There's substantial gram weight here as well. You can see the detail and you can see the curves of the petal, can't you? Very intricate, and Mark so rightly pointed out the oxidization really lets those petals pop. And they're not just kind of three-dimensional. They really do follow the curves of Mother Nature.
You can see the 95 stamp there, look.
Yeah, you can. I've just threaded it on a chain. Okay. How about if I said that this charm, this alone, individually, is going to be 82 pence?
Pence?
Pence. 82 pence. Your early bird, can I just say, this is why we tune into Jewellery Maker, isn't it? Because I do not know of a single other jeweller, stroke supplier, stroke wholesaler, online retailer that will bring us anything near that price point for the quality. Solid 925 sterling silver at 82 pence. It's absurd. In a good way. Hello to you, Tink. The rose charm looks great as a pendant on a kumihimo, yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, a pendant bail on a kumihimo. Yeah, imagine it would.
Yeah, beautiful.
I've got got just the plainest snake chain, sterling silver snake chain that I thread through and wear it like that. That's how I wear mine. And I did say, didn't I, Kim, that I was going to be buying this, stock permitting? Kim was with me when I was looking for it, when I was trying to get hold of it. I managed to grab hold of what I thought was last in stock. We've got a few. Have we got loads of these? Yeah, no, we haven't. So grab it whilst you can. Well done to you, Denise, Melanie. Hello to you, West Yorkshire, Joanne, Susan. Hello to you, Stella, multi-buying, Jill in West Midlands. That's the thing. If you're multi-buying, who wouldn't love this as a gift? And at 82 pence, the outlay is tiny, isn't it? Joanne, hello to you. JM, you are magic. How on earth did you know I wanted those discs? Kim has got powers. I'm sure of it.
That's amazing.
She has got.
I think what I would do is I would carefully cut the little ring off, so it was just the pendant.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I've managed to get, luckily, an amazing strand of mixed beryl we had on the Late Show 2 nights ago. And I would put an aquamarine with a loop at the bottom with a tassel, a chain tassel. Then the aquamarine, I'd place the charm on the top. And then another bead on the top, so you'd have a little pendant drop with the roses in between. And then hang that from a chain. That'd be beautiful.
So gorgeous. It will sell out though. Linda's multi-bought. Don't blame you, Linda. Denise in South Yorkshire. Do check out if you're with me on the web. We've got less than 50 of these available. Once they're gone, they are gone. Let's show you that treble cleft again once more, because I'm favouring the roses. That's my personal favourite. But I also know a lot of people will love this treble cleft, particularly, like I said, if they are musical. I'm not particularly so. That said, I love music. I'm always listening to music. If I'm sort of around the house, it's very rarely, if it's not Jewellery Maker on the television or our sister channels, then it's music on, really. I don't tend to watch a whole lot else. I don't. Do you, Mark?
No.
Don't watch?
I was listening to, I'm on the 80s power ballad movement. Yes.
Love it.
So,
was to power 80s?
Yes.
See,
yeah.
I was listening to that the other day. A little bit of heart and soul. With a little bit of heart and soul. Wasn't she from Liverpool?
She was, yeah.
Yeah, she's from Liverpool. See, remember that? Fond memories. I was born in 86, but late 80s cycling shorts were awful.
Do you remember Big Fun? Take That?
Yes, I had some of those. I had some of those. Big Fun, yeah, I remember Big Fun. Yeah. Did you ever wear shoulder pads like this? I'm sure they were more up like that though. Anne in Staffordshire, hello to you. Hi Eleanor, Mark and team. 80s were fab for me as I had my son and daughter. Oh, bless.
Oh.
You lived in Crickhowell? That's where I grew up. I went to school in Crickhowell. Mark knows this because you've been to Crickhowell, haven't you?
Yeah, loads of times, yeah. Wow.
Then Hong Kong Best Shoes. Whereabouts in Crickhowell did you live, Anne? I lived in Derwent-Vower, top of Lambert Road. I bet we could have been neighbours. We both probably are, because the population of Crickhowell is only small. Oh, it's a small world. I get really excited by that. I'm going back next weekend as well. Amazing. Anne from Crickhowell. Box number... all these. See, now these could be tied into the 80s theme, couldn't they? These down your cycling shorts. Do you have that neon stripe down the cycling shorts? Yeah, I did too. Doesn't have to be that era. And we are just celebrating the 80s just because we loved the 80s. We loved it. I was only little, but totally embraced the fashion. Totally did. My older sister used to wear amazing things. I used to have her hand-me-down. So actually, I was probably rocking the 80s when it was the 90s.
Leg warmers?
Leg warmers, had a pair of leg warmers. What are they called? Pixie ankle boots, had some of those as well. Ankle boots. Love these colours. I mean, look at that blue. Isn't that gorgeous?
This would be stunning with this first kit we've got coming up.
Oh, it really would.
It's perfect.
All of them as well.
Yeah.
All of them would go beautifully. So the purple would go with the, well, I'm not going to give it away, but they would go with one particular strand. The red would go with another. Yeah.
It's perfect.
Absolutely perfect. 3 spools that you are getting here. It's 12 millimeters. What I love about this Zari woven ribbon is that it is very similar to your wire mesh in that you can really create structure. If I just take one of those off, bear with a second, you can actually sort of pull it out and manipulate it. You can create real dimensions. So with that rose charm, could you make sort of big petals, leaves, etc.? If you don't like what you've done, just simply pull it back and it goes back into shape. Mark, can you macrame with this?
Yes, you can actually. Yeah, it works really well with paracord actually.
Oh yeah.
So no, it's beautiful.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, look how much, you know, you can really stretch out.
I think a couple of weeks ago, designer Jan had a gold version, and she actually woven little rubies in the little trellis work there. It's beautiful.
I thought that the first time I actually saw this thread, and I think it was with one of our amazing guest designers, and they'd done this, and I thought, my goodness, look at that wire work. It does look like wire work, doesn't it?
Completely. That's amazing.
You imagine a cabochon sort of sat behind, and that matrix almost forming across the entirety of the gemstone. Fabulous. Doesn't need gemstones, don't get me wrong. You can use it in so much. And yeah, Jan did something, and she also did something without any gemstones whatsoever, which looked fabulous, and just used some of her PVA glue to hold it there, to keep it secure, so it held its shape. Let me just move that like so. Loving the purple colour as well. That's like the very definition of amethyst, isn't it? And then you've got that neon apatite blue coming through here. All 3 spools with beautiful shine, a glossy shine behind them. If you love your Zari ribbon, if you have been working with it, it's not just, I mean, it's very similar to this that I've got on my shoulders, obviously not the spools, they're on like flats, but yeah, you can use it for so many different mediums, jewellery making, for your home decor, use it for your card making. Just think how much it would be price per metre in most retailers. With us here at Jewellery Maker, however, we bring it to you at super affordable prices. 30 metres in total for £9.95. That's 33 pence per metre. 33 pence.
That'd be £2 or £3 off the metre in a haberdashery.
Easily, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Usually when you start looking at sort of your ribbons where they've got that wire structure behind them, then you can sort of tip it over the £5 mark in many cases. I can remember when I first started my business, and I was making a lot of display stands, something I'm sure you know all too well about, Mark, and yourself. At that time, we didn't have Jewellery Maker, so I had to invest an awful lot in those kind of things, which is a big outlay initially when you're starting your business, but great for Christmas as well, aren't they? I mean, that red.
It's just perfect.
It's the first time I've seen the red.
You just twist it and have it as garland instead of tinsel on the tree.
Yeah, that would look lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, it really would. Let's move on though, in the essence of time. Well done. Well done to every single one of you. Oh, you'll love these. If someone just tunes in randomly, they're going to think that, you know... Oh, well, I don't care. I'm not bothered. There are less than 100 of these available. Keshi pearls, for all of their obscure shapes and formations, I absolutely adore. But white... I think the last time I brought you Keshi pearls, they were in blue. This is, to me, a snowy morning when the sunlight is lighting up the snowflakes, that freshly fallen snow, and you see that odd flash of a spectrum of colour, I suppose. You can see how individual every single one of those are. And one, let me just point it out, that one there, look at that. Is that a love heart to you? That pearl is almost formed into a love heart shape. I adore your Keshi pearls. Gorgeously natural in their shape. Now the colour they've actually been bleached. Don't think of that as a negative. That's often the case when it comes to any of your genuine gemstones. You're not going to be sacrificing any of the pearlescence, quite the opposite. Because you've got those angles of the Keshi pearls, you're really seeing contained areas, almost like a chromatic shift of colour moving around across the surface, the nacre surface of the pearl. I am a big big advocator of Keshi, of Baroque, of your Biwa pearls, because they're not pretending to be something they're not. They're embracing the fact that they are that irregular formation, and I think that's the whole appeal of this gemstone. They also are undeniably genuine, aren't they? Undeniably so. I highly doubt if these were created within any laboratory or plastic. They're not, so please don't think they are. Then you'd even be able to get this same look. Nowhere near. I really don't think you'd be able to come even remotely close. Instantaneously, we've got jewellery makers on the web checking out. I'm not surprised. We had just 60 of these, and already there's lots of you there. 13 by 10 millimeters. I'm thinking these macrame, Mark, with your black cord would look fabulous. They should be £14.95. Should be. Let's bring it to you at its last on-air price point, given the fact that this is going to be a sellout. It's an assumption, but it's a solid assumption from us here. On-air price, last in stock opportunities for £9.95. And I know I've already said it once, but where in the world would you get deals like this for genuine cultured pearls, beautiful formations, your Keshis with their obscure angles? Do you agree, Mark? It's the fact that the Keshi pearls and your Biwa and your Baroque are not trying to be.
No. And I'm trying to make this as nice as it possibly can be, and I'm not being detrimental at all, but I've always imagined this type of shaped pearl as a jewel encrusted cornflake. That shape, it's the only thing I can attribute this particular shape to.
I like cornflakes.
Yeah, and I think these, if you had sort of a nacre covered cornflake shape, that's what I think that these shapes are. They're beautiful, absolutely stunning.
They have got that shape. I totally get where you're coming from. Yeah.
As you were talking about, completely natural. I mean, as you're saying, there's no laboratory work at all, is there?
No, exactly. Just amazing.
I think it's the colour for me. It's just really stark white.
They really do reflect, don't they? So if you imagine sort of, for example, I don't know, a piece of glass maybe curving and having sort of bubbles and indentations, you're really going to see more in that glass that bends and curves than you would a straight plane of glass. Pane of glass. You would, wouldn't you? You're going to see more reflection, you're going to see more colours, I suppose. You're going to, they'll absorb almost the surrounding colours as well. Sheila and Martin, well done. Northumberland, well done to you. Jean, you're with me. Congratulations. Many of you are choosing to multi-buy. Herefordshire, good morning to you. Kenneth in Cardiff. Lots of Welshies tuning in first thing in this morning. Hello to you, Sylvia. Good morning. Check out as soon as you possibly can. These should be, and they are sizable, £14.95. Last in stock opportunity. Just restrand them, leave them as they are. I mean, just so beautiful, aren't they? And they will lay and nestle. You can really build with your Keshi pearls. Leave those with you. Well done. Congratulations to those of you that managed to get hold of those. Box number 9. Oh.
Well, these buttons.
There's less than 50, but look.
Oh, they're not? Wow. This is probably the size that I get asked for more than any other.
I bet, 7mm. Yeah, because they're not too big, they're not too small either. So if you imagine all frames will suit this, won't they? I mean, I'm not short. And I think this size, they're still obvious and they're still noticeable and they're still drawing the eye to the beauty of the actual strand or the necklace. But if you're particularly petite, like my mum's particularly petite, bless her, so this wouldn't be so big that it looks odd, maybe. So I can understand that, Mark. Yeah, it's a solid size, and usually you see pearls in most retailers that certainly around my local area, they tend to be your 5mm rounds. These are 7mm instantaneously. I'm not surprised. Checking out on the web. Well done to you, Stella in Berkshire. Well done to you, Tracy in Lancashire with me as well. We've got telephone bidders on the phone lines. We've got less than 50 of these available. There are limited opportunities when it comes to pearls. In the potato shape, which I love, I absolutely love. They're perfect for wire wrapping as pendants because they have got that elongation to them. The one thing I object to when it comes to well, this opportunity right now is the word potato. I just think it really detracts. It takes away from the beauty of the gemstone, because pearls and potatoes, you don't put them in the same category. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm partial to a potato, but they're not beautiful, are they? Potato pearls are beautiful, so I prefer to actually call them your oval pearls. What you're also seeing within this strand is wonderful markings across the surface of each of those pearls, and again, that can be used as a massive plus point for you as jewellery makers, because you can really anchor onto those markings, especially if you're a wire worker, or if you like to maybe wrap your gemstones. And they're also showing the consumer, the purchaser, the person you're gifting them to, or yourself, the wearer, that they are the real deal, absolutely genuine. The actual, what I suppose would be classed as imperfections, but I use that imperfections as a positive in this case, that they are the real deal. Good luck. Check out though, because Webbitters, I can see many of you with it sat in your baskets. We've got so many bundles coming up throughout the course of the morning that will be entirely complimentary of this strand. Complimentary not just because of the fact they are pearls, but complimentary because of the size. They should be, really?
Should be
$8.95.
Okay.
They should be $8.95.
It's a bit worrying.
I can remember the days, and I know I've said this time again, and forgive me if you're thinking, Eleanor, don't say it, you're getting really repetitive. But I remember the days when pearl strands would be £20 easily here at Jewellery Maker. Well done, £6.95 for 7mm freshwater culture pearls. Aren't they incredible? Isabel, Belinda, Susan, Sheila, hello to you, Claire, Stephen, you've got yours. I've got Northumberland, Teresa, Tracy. Look at the web. It's alive with activity. We've got less than 50 available. If you've got a phone in your hand, do not abandon those calls. You may well be next, and hopefully you will be successful. You should be successful in actual fact. Alison, you're with me as well. Loads of you with it in your basket. What would you do with these, Mark? Would you just restrand them?
I would be multi-buying them and keeping them in my stash until next spring and summer, when the bridal season really kicks off. Because this is the size that is requested. As I said, for me, this is the size that's requested more than any. So to be able to have it in your stash there and ready at that price.
Yeah, absolutely. Be a savvy shopper. I mean, whilst this isn't a clearance show right now, it isn't a clearance hour, this is most definitely a clearance deal. At $6.95. I was at a wedding fair only a couple of weeks ago with Hannah Bennett, who's getting married next year, and I saw the prices of some of the bridal jewellery, and that's not unusual. It's not unusual to see prices in three figures, and then some, to be honest. It just blew my mind. It wasn't a surprise, because I always knew that was the case. Put genuine cultured pearls into the factor, wow. Then well, the world is your oyster, I suppose, if you pardon the pun. Kenneth, Felicity, Jackie buying 3, Annette in the West Midlands buying 2, Anne's buying 2, Isabel's buying 2. We've got so many of you with it in your basket. Please don't leave it there. If your heart is set on owning this strand, it will sell out. There were less than 50 of these available in the world, and you've got teardrop shapes, you've got sort of egg shapes there, you've got ones which they'll work beautifully in the ear, I think on shepherd hook earrings, where they're going to have that drop.
I think because they're centre drilled rather than top to bottom, for doing the flower designs, you have a larger pearl in the centre and then do little florets of petals around the outside. They're the perfect shape to sit around.
So drilled through the centre rather than this way.
Yeah.
So not this way, that way. Beautiful. Yeah. $6.95. Well done to every single one of you. We've got some messages coming in about the 80s. Hi peeps. I was a punk in the 80s. Love that, Sarah. Love it. I would have loved JM back then. The things I could have created. The mind boggles. Oh yeah.
I can't imagine Sarah being a punk. Oh.
Got one more from Julie. Hi Elle, Mark and team. I love the 80s for the music. ABC, Duran Duran. Still love a bit of Duran Duran, mate. Culture Club, Spandau Ballet, etc. Duran Duran. Who had a crush on him? I've met his wife. She's so beautiful and lovely as well. Who had a crush? What was his name?
Simon Le Bon.
Simon Le Bon, that's it. I admitted that the other day, and my other half was like, really. He was hot, wasn't he? He was fit. He was fit. Maybe just me. Okay, moving on. It is time for your spotlight, and believe me, this is going to be hot. Can I take... Okay, I didn't realise that it was everything, Kim. I have 150 in stock. You might think that's a big quantity. It's not when it comes to your display busts. But you're getting an added bonus here. I thought it was actually going to be the 2 busts. I mean, this is special enough. This, to me, whenever I see these busts, I think high-end jewellers. I think high-end pieces of jewellery. Our sister channels use these. When I was over in Dublin just recently, I was looking at some beautiful jewellers, and they all chose the white leatherette because it's classy, it's elegant. The colouring allows all of the gemstones to really stand off the actual bust and display, but you're not just getting these 2. And they are the large, and well, this is saying small, it's not small. I would say that's the medium. That's the medium to me. The small ones are about that big, aren't they? You know, and you have to thread most of it down the back, so you can't to actually show off maybe just a single pendant. That's a medium to me, and this is your large. But also, you have got your ring displays too. If I was in a position like yourselves right now, and I still had my jewellery business, I would be looking at this knowing that JM really do bring, well, in my eyes, I've not found anywhere else that can compete, sort of wholesale prices when it comes to displays like this. Every bone in my body reminds me that I used to pay more than what you're about to see on the screen direct from a wholesaler. I would be multi-buying. I mean, how many of these busts would you need to display your pieces if you were doing your craft fairs? How many of these would you need if you were doing your jewellery parties? How many of these would you need if you've got maybe a shop front, or maybe you do displays in hotels? How many of these would you need if you commission pieces and you want to show them off maybe to individuals in the comfort of their home? How many of these would you need if you like to keep your wonderful wirework creations, your macrame creations, your kumihimo creations, any of your beading just displayed within the comfort of your home? I just think you're going to want multiples of them, aren't you? 150 is not going to be enough, and you're getting 4. The postage and packaging, it's key for me to mention, by the way, you still only pay, this is astonishing to me, you still only pay that £2.95. Given the fact that these are substantial. You know, if you bought these online, you know, those auction sites, again, I've bought them from there myself, what do you pay for one individual bust with postage on top? It's that soon adds to the cost overall. You only pay the one postage and packaging, irrespective of the fact that you're getting 4, but you could get 8, you could get 12, you could get 16, you could get 20. I wouldn't be in the least bit surprised. I haven't looked at the call screen yet. I wouldn't be in the least bit surprised if we have people buying 5s and 6s. Would you agree, Mark?
It's becoming a massive box.
It is going to be a massive box.
Like you said, for the postage.
Yeah, and it's £2.95. Say you ordered 6 of these. It's going to be a big box, but you still only pay £2.95 postage.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Amazing, isn't it? And you are, in my eyes, getting the best, the nicest display box, the most luxurious. I don't think I've ever
seen 2 in a bundle before.
No, I've brought them individually.
Yeah.
I say the nicest. Yes, the other day we brought some really lovely display busts that were Adjustable. I love those as well. They were leatherette, but these to me are what you see in your Bond Street jewellers, in your Hatton Garden jewellers. They are very, very luxurious, I suppose, and practical, because you might be thinking right now, oh, they're white, so they'll get finger marks. Just a simple baby wipe and they soon come clean, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Baby wipe is or maybe a little bit of vinegar, that sometimes works. Baby wipe is better. That's all you need. You can see the quality. If I just turn this one round, you can see again you've got that elastic to really hold your pieces secure, so you just tuck the actual necklace in there if need be to hold it secure. If it's maybe one of those 32-inch lengths, a longer neckline piece. If it's 18-inch, it's not needed. It'll sit beautifully around there. Well done to Maureen, Madeline, Brenda, Jennifer, Kim, Claire, Move in North Yorkshire. You're their telephone bidders. Congratulations to you. And again, we have got Jewellery Makers multi-buying. I'm not surprised in the slightest. I can remember how much I used to pay for the ring displays. I can remember how much I used to pay for just one of these busts, and it was in double figures and then some. Let's bring that price in, because this is going to shock you. It is going to shock you. Four displays, but it is, of course, your showstopper. $18.95. I remember. And this was not so long ago. I'm talking, okay, probably about, well, it was past 5 years ago, I think, when I first started my business and I was buying displays, and that was a big outlay for me, was the actual displaying of the jewellery pieces. I would pay for one bust, double figures, in excess of £10 for one, and that was direct from the wholesalers. $18.95, you're getting four. And they are made to last as well, aren't they? They are real quality. Do you know, I was having a conversation with Steve Bennett the other day, our CEO, and it was not just myself. There was a lot of the production from our sister channels there as well, and he was asking us what displays show the pieces of jewellery best. What do you think we said? We said get the leatherette busts and the ring displays like this rather than the trays, just because they show off the entirety 360 degrees, and people can pick up the ring displays and look all the way around without constantly grabbing the gemstones. That might be something that you might not have thought about, but if you've got those trays and you've got a ring, so the ring's lined up in there, what's the part that they're going to be in contact with? And of course with pearls, especially given the fact we've just had pearls, hand cream on your hand can damage the pearls. So well done to those of you that managed to get that. We had 150, and I'm absolutely certain that there will be so many of you multi-buying. I've got to move on in the essence of time, because it is time for you to bask in your wonderful, wonderful glory of your incredible creations. It is the Wall of Fame. I look really little next to you.
You're not the smallest, by a long way.
No, I know, I'm 5'6". Yeah. That's kind of average height, isn't it?
You haven't got any shoes on at all.
Well, I only had ballet pumps on anyway, so
That's all right.
They wouldn't have given me any height.
I've been to a craft fair recently, and a lady had bought her white busts from here, and she had excess stock of lace that we sell here.
Yeah.
And she'd actually, using a PVA glue, she glued the lace, so she turned her bust into decoupage. And it looks so high-end. It was beautiful.
Do you know really, you saying that?
Beautiful.
Alex Mackay, my friend who works on Gem Collector, he literally sent me a Snapchat the other day, and he's just bought, you know one of the mannequins without the heads and the arms and everything, which stand on. It's an antique mannequin, effectively, and that's got the lace all over it.
No, it does look
beautiful.
Amazing. It's beautiful.
And speaking of, wow, look at all of these fabulous creations. Yeah, my eye was drawn to that as well, one in the centre. I've got number 69, and it comes from, hope I pronounced this right, Nugget, Tyro. I hope I've said that right. Forgive me if I haven't. And she says, hello, thank you for publishing my jewellery. Short and sweet, but beautiful, beautiful pieces, Nugget. Look at that.
Amazing eye of colour.
We're all, yeah, absolutely. Mark and I are drawn to this centre one here, but I love that layered effect as well. Multiple strands and multiple gemstones and multiple textures. Good luck. You're number 69.
Okay, my first one today, this made us smile, is number 70, and this is from Sue in Suffolk. And Sue says, hi everyone, my wall of fame is 2 wirework bracelets made from 0.6mm copper and antique copper figure of 8 links. Very simple but quite stylish, I think. I'm also going to try adding gems or pearls, but nice either way. I hammered the bright copper bracelet links, which give it a lovely satin finish. Good luck to everyone, and that's Sue in Suffolk. Now, from a distance, I thought that was chainmail.
Yes.
But looking close up, the work that's gone into that.
And it certainly doesn't look simple to me.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Beautiful, well done.
And look how well matched they are in their sizes. Fabulous. And we love the little frogs too. We do love the little frogs. I've got number 71 here. Beautiful suite of jewellery. Oh, high-end gemstones here. And let me see, and it comes from Chantal in Suffolk. Good morning to you. And she says, morning JM Towers. I've been making jewellery as keepsakes for my children in the family. This week, I've been making a set for a little girl born in May. I made a necklace, bracelet, and 2 pairs of earrings. I used 925 findings on everything. I bought a 98cm strand of emerald not too long ago, hence 2 pairs of earrings. I've still got enough emerald to make another set for her. I added pearls and moonstone to tone it all down as she's got red hair. Oh, emerald with red hair, I think looks amazing. Just hope she likes them. Good luck to everybody, and that's Love Chantal in Suffolk. Well, I certainly do, and I'm sure she will. Beautiful. And I think I know exactly what strand you're talking about there. You're number 71, Chantal.
Number 72, this is right up my street. This is incredible. This is from Claire Edwards, and Claire says, hi all, I wanted to share my latest design with you. The rose quartz and pink amethyst were part of an amazing chip bundle that I bought recently. There were so many stunning gemstones in the bundle, including the pink amethyst. I just had to have some fun with them all. I can't wait for my next delivery of this stunning gemstone. Keep up the good work, and that's from Claire. This is why I always talk about chips and nugget strands being your paint swatches. From the DIY shop for colour coordinating and matching. And
they are, and they do create a really soft look, a really soft look, don't they?
Well done.
Gorgeous. I've got, last but by no means least, number 73. Fabulous Kumihimo work here.
We've got this on Friday, Thursday next week.
Thursday. Tune in on Thursday. Jeanette in Essex. Hi all, this is my wall of fame for this week, a Kumihimo braid keyring holder made with t-shirt yarn in peach and pink colour and a pink chain plaited in. Beautiful, and I love that. You'd never lose that key, would you? And it's always going to be easily accessible. Love your work. Very intricate Kumihimo. Fabulous. Good luck to every single one of you on your wall of fame. We've got more to show a little bit later on in the morning. We've got, of course, the designer inspiration, which you're going to love. I'll adorn the shoulder pads again. Okay. But let's bring you some more incredible early bird deals, shall we? Now, number... Oh, is it this bundle? Now, a little bit later on, we have got a whole hour designated to this shape, of course, Mark Smith, than you would expect. An hour of chips and nuggets. We're going to whet your appetite somewhat. Oh my goodness, there's so much in here. Oh my goodness, there's loads.
And they're all viewers' favourites as well. I've already had a...
Have you had a little butchers at this?
Yes.
You had a little rummage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have to be careful how I word that strand, but to me there's that definite in-between of amethyst and citrine. Oh my goodness, yes! 6 double strand. Again, is it me? I can't say that it is for certain ametrine, but you've definitely got ametrine tones in it. It just keeps on coming. I'm not surprised that you were drawn to this, Mark.
It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Look at the amount of gemstones that you are getting in this bundle. 6 double strands. It is your citrus pop. But you know what? It's that lemony kind of sherbet lemon yellow rather than being a garish yellow. It's,
you know those big plaited necklaces that I like doing, you know, with the 5 or 6 strands. This would be one piece of jewellery because you've got the dark, you've got going up into the lighter amethyst colours, and then you go into the citrine. This would be an amazing one-off necklace.
Just gorgeous. And the fact with both of these strands, this one here and this one here, you have got, I'm not saying it is ametrine, but you have got definite ametrine hues coming through. You know, it makes sense that it could be. Of course, this gemstone or amethyst and citrine do form in the same manner within your geode. So other retailers might actually say, yes, you've got your ametrine. If you were to ask me personally, I'd say, yeah. I mean, if you've got that combination of the two in just one chip, then that's an ametrine to me. Totally and utterly natural. Both of these, all of these strands are over 80 centimetres. In fact, they're 85, 83, 84, 88 centimetre strands. So there's almost a metre in total in every single one of those gemstones. And I'm trying to quickly do the maths. Let's see, 300, 500, 700, 885 carats in total. So can you imagine 885 carats of citrine and amethyst all in one beautiful piece? I'd love to see it. And Mark knows, whenever, I remember the first time you did one of those necklaces. Love it. You're writing down the code, aren't you?
No.
He is. He's writing down the code. I remember you first doing those necklaces, and you know how much I love them.
Well, I'm just thinking, because I'm going to be really busy over the next 6 weeks with craft fairs. Unfortunately, I just haven't got the time to do as many as last year. And these would make the most amazing memory wire bracelets. Yeah. And I've just had a quick workout that with those pearls, the Keshi pearls that we had earlier, the little cornflake pearls, using those as accent beads, I could make £180 out of this bundle. Wow. Bit of memory wire, little charms, the pearls from earlier, which were £6.95.
And in terms, £6.95. Yeah. In terms of outlay, how much time outlay?
Half an hour per bracelet.
Half an hour. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If you've never, ever done any craft fairs, firstly, they're a really enjoyable experience, aren't they? Yeah, it's very much a community thing, so you know you get very sociable. You know, if you want to go nip to the toilet or something like that, or grab yourself a cup of coffee, somebody else will look after your store. I love doing craft fairs, especially Christmas time. Yeah. So give it a try. I recently just had an email actually from a local school. I used to go to schools where I did craft fairs, and they were like, "Come back," but you know, obviously that was long. The business is I haven't got time to do the business anymore. But I'd love. That's one thing I really do miss. The craft fairs. Okay, being brought to you at a super affordable price tag, near on a metre in every single one of these strands. You've got 6 in total. Some of your favourite gemstones here, amethyst and citrine. It's going to work out at £2.50 each. £2.50 for 885 carats. Sorry, £2.50. No, $14.95 for 885 carats of genuine gemstones. If you were, Mark, to invest all of these gemstones into one piece...
Into one piece?
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Okay.
What would you retail it at?
£75.
Yeah, I would say... Can I do my... This was inspired by Mark, by the way. So I am kind of... You should copyright this, Mark, because I do it every time I see a bundle like this.
Very twist.
It was you that made me do this. Well, not made me, but, you know, inspired me to do this.
Look at that, though. That's just beautiful. That's incredible.
Any season,
yep.
It's fabulous, isn't it? I'm just thinking maxi dress in the summer, you know, with a pair of jeans and a woolly jumper, because I'm definitely wearing a woolly pulleys now, so your jewellery kind of sometimes disappears in amongst all the layers, doesn't it? This wouldn't. This is not going to disappear at all. Stay on those phone lines. Do check out as soon as you possibly can. Gorgeous natural gemstone strands there. But much to bring you. Got to move on, because there's loads and loads and loads crammed into this morning's show, including your hot pick. I just had a little bit of a moment of insanity then. And I blame this strand for it. Visions of colour. And it does tick pretty much all of the boxes, doesn't it? Name a gemstone that won't complement your multicolour coated pyrite. Would your Ceylon sapphires? Yes. Would your citrine? Yes. Would your pink sapphires? Amazing. Would your chrome diopside? Without shadow of a doubt. Will your champagne diamonds? Absolutely. I'm just naming gemstones, and I could go on and on and on and on. They're all going to really, really be brought to life by this gorgeous strand. Do you know, whenever I see, and it's only been a handful of times, multicoloured pyrite, I think straight away, sort of put my jewellery making head on and think, you know, if I had maybe a pre-night which was lacking in colour, then take the greens to add that green. Same with your sapphires. Same with your citrine gemstones. When this was on your screen last, and it was a few weeks ago, Kim. Yeah, a few weeks ago, hugely popular. It was with Kim and myself a few weeks ago. They flew a substantial quantity. We've got the last remaining opportunities here. They are 3x2 to 4x2 millimeters. So micro-faceted. So you're going to see not only that vision of colour, but all of that reflective lustre across every single one of those angles and facets. I mean, it is perfect for so many different seasons. If you saw Sarah Elvin the other day, she was using sea beads like this, just in one solid colour, to create bouquets of flowers almost, in head pins, in fascinators, and in necklaces as well. I'd love to see that. Maybe sea bead the blues, the yellows, the pinks together and create a bouquet of flowers to wear maybe as a headdress. I don't know. I'd be thinking right now that lots of you are multi-buying. Certainly it was multi-bought last time it was brought to your screens, because there's not a single piece that I can think of, Mark, that this won't go with. Do you agree?
Well, straight away, as soon as I saw that, I was thinking festive season, I was thinking Christmas, and I was thinking, we're always talking about little wine glass charms.
Yeah.
So you've got plenty of colours there. So if you imagine you had 8 people sat around your dinner table, you could have 4 plain colour, and you could have the other 4 a mixture of the 2.
Yeah.
And just make, I don't know, about an inch and a half on a piece of monofilament, and wrap it around the base of the glass, tie it off, and just have it clinking around every time you take a sip of your drink. That would just be amazing. You get all the sparkles.
Genuine gemstones.
That'd be brilliant. That'd be so nice.
And really add beauty to the table as well, won't it? You know, you can imagine these playing with maybe a candle in the centre of the table. Every single one of our jewellery makers that has got involved so far has multi-bought.
They're beautiful.
I'm not surprised by that, are you?
No, not at all.
Linda's multi-bought, West Midlands multi-bought, Juna's multi-bought, Glenda's multi-bought. We've also got London there, Victoria there, Carol there, Surrey there, and loads of telephone bidders that I can't see as of yet, but you're all in the process of speaking to our contact centre. Hugely popular first time round, and I can understand why. I mean, let's go through it. Ametrine, would this go with ametrine? Yeah, you take the pinks and the yellows with that maybe. Let's see. Pre-night, would that work? Yeah, you've got the greens. What about your blue lace agate? Yeah, that would go because you've got your blues. How about your fluorite? Yes, it would look amazing with fluorite, wouldn't it, Mark?
I'm thinking of the first kit coming up.
First kit, look incredible with that. It's all about the sparkle, but it's ticking so many different boxes. You can bling it up, you can tone it down, you can use just the odd few here and there, use it to add quality of colour to your other gemstones, which you might not think is possible, but it is. If you've got one gemstone, have you ever noticed that if you picked up one gemstone and it isn't of high quality, I'm not talking about here at Jewellery Maker, aquamarine is a prime example, it can sometimes be quite colourless. If you put just a couple of accenting blue pyrites either side, you watch that aquamarine turn into an azure blue.
The strand that's on the T-bar there nearest to me, I would incorporate with the pink on that strand.
100%. That would look lovely. It really would. Well done, Herefordshire. Teresa, congratulations to you. Victoria, you're there as well. West Midlands on those phone lines. I mean, look at that sparkle, even from a distance. Can you imagine this at candlelight? Can you imagine this at moonlight? Can you imagine this in the daytime? You know, really seeing that paparazzi flash. Beautiful, beautifully coated. And never be afraid of our gemstones that have actually undergone treatment. 95% of the world's gemstones actually undergo some form of enhancement, as long as it is industry standard. That's perfectly fine. In many cases it can actually add to the quality and add to the value of the gemstone. Let's bring that price tag in for you all. Lynn in Lancashire, congratulations. Hereford's just bought multi-bought. Every single one of you is multi-bought. Every single one that's made their confirmations multi-bought. I'm not surprised, because I don't get to bring you multicoloured pyrite every single day, and it is going to really cover so many. I mean, a great alternative for your spacer beads if you've been, and they always sell out, don't you think?
What sort of material is going through the centre? Can you see on there? Is it beading thread or a wire?
It looks like it's a wire.
Okay, so those will take 0.4 wire.
Yeah. They will, won't they?
Yeah, easily.
So they're going to thread onto your wire as well?
So your Zari cords will go on it. You know, you find Zari threads, but you've got coming up in the kit next, they'll go through those holes as well.
Just
Perfect.
Amazing. I didn't realise that. I looked at this. Because of the size, you automatically think that it is going to be monofilament that they're going through. But yeah, there's substantial drill holes as well. Yeah. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Absolutely incredible. Now, moving on. Because we have got so many new ins appearing on your screen this morning, including the
that strand nearest to me I adore.
Do you? Now that you're favouring that, I'm favouring this.
Okay.
I love them both, don't get me wrong, but look. Brand new strand. This is a new shape. It's coming your way a little bit later on.
Oh my word.
This will be around about 10 o'clock. Isn't it wonderful? Your Bracelet amethyst, so that soft sage green. This is my personal favourite of the new ins. Do you want to see Mark's? Mark's favourite? Oh, this is substantial, Beryl.
Isn't that beautiful? This
is at 11 o'clock. You've got morganites, you've got aquamarines, you've got your goshenite, you've got, it's all there. Look at those pinks rather. So amazing. Do you know what, Mark? I don't know, I love both. How do you choose?
I know. They've been colour graded as well for you, look, in little sections.
They have. I mean, look at the sheer size of these aquamarines at the front. And then, I mean, these would work in perfect harmony, all of the above. We have got some boulder opal. Last time I brought boulder opal, I'll repeat everything that I said, and it was with Martha. She was producing me. We had an opal hour. And I did say, hang on a second, this is not boulder opal that I'm used to. Boulder opal usually is quite, black or brown, and then you've got those tiny flecks. This has got that gorgeous striking, almost like lightning banding, all coming your way. So make sure you do stay tuned. Plus so much more. Stay on those phone lines for the last opportunity. Check out as soon as you possibly can. We are stepping into the 80s. I'm going to adorn my shoulder pads once more. Mark and I are going to, reenact Dynasty or Dallas. Don't go anywhere.
There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
Loved a shoulder roll in the 80s, didn't we?
Shoulder roll?
Yeah, loved a bit of shrugging. Bear in mind, I was only, I would have been maximum of 12 in the 80s. Kim's just said, is that how you used to dance in the 80s? How old do you think I am, Kim? Jeez.
I remember a lot of dancing in the 80s used to take place sitting on the floor and slam your hands. Yeah. I remember doing that quite a bit at youth club. Youth club. Do they have youth clubs anymore?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
They must do.
I'm not sure. 80s. What do I remember about the 80s? Yeah, just pretty much really terrible wardrobes.
Stock Aitken and Waterman, I think, for me. The Hit Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Your Kylies and Sanitas. And
Sanita!
Yeah.
Bring back Sanita. Who was the one that had sung Toy Boy?
Sanita.
Was that Sanita?
So
the one that's always with Simon Cowell?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. Now, you're going to love this kit. We're going to put the original web price on your screens instantaneously. You are going to adore this kit. It's just an absolute vision. Just think at all the different pieces, not just the 80s obviously, but it can be tailored for so many different pieces. I'm going to start with the threading material, and this is your Zari thread. My favourite of colours. I love that sort of apatite blue that you're getting here on this spool. Then you've got your silver and your black. So, I mean, these two are essentials really, aren't they? You can use them with your pearls, you can use them with your agates or your spinels, or totally contrast those colours as well. 3 spools of that metallic Zari thread, which is, can you actually use this with all of your beading? This thread?
Yes.
Or the majority of your beading?
Again, it's just drill holing. Dependent.
There we go.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Most of our gemstones you should be able to actually use this with as well. No problems whatsoever, because you've made loads of pieces with this mark.
All the beads in the kit, we use that easily.
We'll take on this easily. Fabulous. So that's first and foremost. You are getting 3 spools of your metallic Zari thread. Can't wait to show you the gemstones though, because these are just amazing. Where do I start? Yeah, it's got to be this strand. It's got to be.
It's massive.
Look at this. It is like fringing, isn't it? Gemstone fringing. I'm struggling to hold this up to the décolletage because of these shoulder pads.
Is that the first time we've seen this strand? I don't think I've seen it before.
I've not seen this strand before. Isn't it amazing? We had it in a mystic coloured quartz the other day and sold out. Right. Sold out. First time I've seen it in your magnesite though. Very dramatic, aren't they? Do you know what it reminds me of? So the introduction to Sex and the City. We've got that New York skyline. Because it has got real skyline sort of impact. Isn't it incredible? That's the first of your strands, and there is so much more to come. Then I'm going to bring you, yes, look at the length of that strand. Let's bring in the gold. Let's bring in that gold. Beautifully faceted plain rounds. Wonderfully lustrous, so you've got that real richness, buttery gold with your coated hematite. And they're gorgeous. Aren't they amazing? Moving on, let me just move that. Shall I move this way a little bit? There we go. So you can see everything. Then, hot pink. I reckon this is my favourite strand.
Do you? Okay.
This is my favourite stand, just because it's so different in the actual shapes. They are almost trillion cut. When do you see trillion cut gemstones? You've almost got a trillion cut coming through here with hot fuchsia pink. Oh, I mean, we're almost there, aren't we? We're almost back in the 80s. We are almost there with the jumpsuits and everything, doing our workouts to early morning television. Then, look at these. Let's bring a bit of love into the situation, your gorgeous hearts. Puffy hearts, no less. Multicoloured coating there, so it's going to pick out the pinks in your trillion cuts there. It's picking out the magnesite, aquatic colour and tones. Perfect for adding as spacer beads in various different dimensions. Mark has actually incorporated them individually into some of his designs, which I will share you in just a moment. But last, but by no means least, let's bring in some disco balls. The era of the disco. It is, isn't it? You can just imagine it in the centre. You've got your beautifully faceted rounds here. I mean, look at the sparkle, look at the bling. It's one of my favourite kits. One of the most, it makes you smile, this kit, doesn't it?
Yeah, great.
It is fun. And I know that, Mark, you were saying that you love this kit. As soon as I came into the studios, you went, the kits are amazing. And
just looking at those strands, and you were told to choose an era.
Yeah.
That would take you to the 80s. I mean, the kit has been put together so perfectly.
Yeah,
it's
it really
beautiful.
does. I mean, it doesn't mean to say that you have to use them all together.
No.
I would, but if you want to just tone it down, I mean, the silver goes with anything really, so as does your gold. The fuchsia pink with some black agate would be amazing, wouldn't it? Magnesite with some pearls, I always think works beautifully, and of course your puffy hearts with anything really. So it can be used with various other different gemstones, but again, be bold, use them all together. Why not? Why on earth not? You've separated them here and you've created sort of iconic pieces from 80s icons of that era, which I'll show you in a second. You've created cross designs, you've created big chunky necklace pieces, fabulous colours. Now we should be £44.70 on the web if you purchase them individually. It's coming to you this morning. Substantial reduction, one of the biggest reductions of kits that I've seen in a long time, and lots and lots of you there. £29.95. Third off. It's one of the biggest reductions, isn't it?
That's massive.
I mean, how much would you pay for? Look at that sparkle. Look at that wonderful sparkle. I truly think that this strand here, because they are bordering on trillion cuts, and I'm sorry to keep sort of going on about it, but they have got that trillion shape, haven't they?
I think they are trillions.
Aren't they amazing?
Yeah.
So incredible.
Like pink sapphire, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, like some of the finest pink sapphire. That alone I would expect to be in double figures for that one strand. So in total you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strands and your 3 spools of wire. I mean, it's going to go on and on and on and on and on. How many pieces have you created here, Mark? 6,
and I had a lot left over. I wanted to make a big feature necklace using all of that magnesite, so I just love the strand, and I've not worked with it before. So I just went for it, and I've incorporated the gold and silver with it, so I've got mixed metals, which again was massive in the 80s, which is all coming back now, isn't it, mixed metals?
It is. Well, the 80s fashion is very much back, isn't it?
For some of us.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've got jumpsuits, most definitely, but we need to bring... What's that? Kim's dropping the price.
Why? Okay.
How many have we got, Kim? Okay, I'm guessing we've got a big quantity if you're doing this, because it's not necessary, is it? £24.95 for all of those gemstones. I mean, this is some of the most fun jewellery that I've seen, and I would wear every single one of these pieces.
I mean, the necklace, the big magnesite necklace, that's a lot of work. It's macrame, it's twist knot macrame, so there's a lot of work. It's 3 strands, all plaited together with a clasp on the back. I'd put that on my store for £45 easily. Yeah,
without shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
So you've more than made your money back straight away. Yeah, I love that. You know that's a little bit of me, don't you? You know that. Just that with a black dress. You're good to go. That'll be the focal point, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And the cross...
That's to be worn as a lariat, so there's no findings. That's all beads and the Essalon again. And again, it's twist knot macrame. So that was sort of... The first piece, the magnesite piece, was the dynasty piece. And then the second piece was Madonna, who's I'm getting really excited because I'm going to see in December.
Are you?
Can't wait.
Yeah, that's quite like a prayer, isn't it? That sort of album, Into the Groove. Yeah, you can imagine her with a denim jacket, can't you?
Lots of crosses.
Lots of crosses, around. Fabulous. And I love those earrings. I'm loving these with your hearts.
Again, I've mixed metal. I've got silver and gold in there as well because it works so well with those stones.
Real texture. They're fabulous. I'd wear those without a shadow of a doubt. And also the hot pinks. Think about this. Those earrings alone, the hot pink, the 2 trillion cuts, our own sister channel, I've brought Mystic hot pink before in solitaires, just one of those, and I'm going to say maybe even a lesser carat weight in the past, just one of those gemstones, yeah, okay, granted with sterling silver, but you can easily incorporate that, well in excess of what you're seeing on your screens right now, and that's one gemstone. I mean, I can't even count how many there are. Have you used all of the pink?
I had 5 left, which I was going to do the demo with later on.
And you've still created 2 big gem-heavy pieces of jewellery, haven't you?
Straight away, I saw the teal blue and the fuchsia pink, and I wanted to put them together because it's my favourite combination ever.
It is a lovely combination, isn't it? And very 80s actually as well. But that said, I'd wear it now because the colour pop, the colour contrast is really on trend currently, and something I've mentioned time and time again over the past sort of few weeks, few months even, is never be afraid to put colours together because often gemstones will go, you know what? Yeah, I like to be worn alongside. Now. Before we go on to your demonstration, we have got.
What are you going to do first?
Add this to the kit. Add this to the kit.
What are you going to do first?
This needs to go with the kit, doesn't it? Imagine this.
With the pink.
With the pink. There are only 68 of these available, so it will be 100% sellout. This gemstone, unfortunately, we're having real difficulty actually buying because the quality that is out there in the trade currently is very, very heavily included, so you're not seeing that chartreuse green. It's a real challenge for us as your supplier, so grab Peridot whilst you can. I cannot guarantee that we'll have it next week or the week after. Never say never, of course, in the gemstone world. However, we are having real difficulty. They're a double strand, 2 double strands in actual fact, so I'd just be thinking you could leave this if you're new to jewellery making. You know, how easy is it to restrand this onto some monofilament? Simply add a couple of jump rings, crimp beads, and a simple bolt ring to the back, and you've got a fine piece of jewellery, haven't you?
And there's 2 strands of this.
2 strands. Let me just hold this out for you because they're long as well. Long. So many of you have this in your basket. I mean, I'd love a layered design.
Incorporating that with the amethyst bundle and citrine from earlier, that would just be amazing.
That would be fabulous. But also with this kit, the fuchsia pink with this would look amazing. The gold would look amazing. The silver would look amazing. The magnesite would look amazing. It's all going to be complementary, isn't it? Just incredible. A natural gemstone, what we call an idiochromatic gem. It gets its colour from the elements of, the chemicals that are present within this gemstone's formation. Iron in this case, the more iron, the darker the peridot is. The less iron, the more diluted the actual gemstone is. This will sell out. Look how many of you have got it in your baskets. We have only 68 available of these in the world. That's it. Once they're gone, they are absolutely gone. If you look on our website, Peridot is very limited on there. I can't emphasise, I can't stress, and it's not just here at Jewellery Maker, across all the channels, how difficult it is for us to buy your Peridot at the moment. It's in the same league, I would probably estimate, as your chrome diopside. It's in the same league as your tanzanite currently, because we are so stringent on the quality that we bring you. If it's black, we don't want it. Why would we want to bring you black peridot? Because it's not showing off the true beauty of this gemstone. Let's bring that price tag in because almost half the stock has got...
For one, I think would be a bargain.
I'm thinking spring, I'm thinking summer, I'm thinking this with the golds for your winter, maybe a bit of red in there as well. You've got all seasons, haven't you? Who doesn't love peridot as well? Peridot is what we call a mainstream gemstone. So, you know, you can walk down the high street and see peridot for hundreds of pounds in many occasions. Have you ever noticed as well how peridots do tend to be very small in size? Not here, you've got substantial sizes. It's because it is a gemstone which likes to form smaller. It's going to be a sellout. It's not a case of will, it's when. When will it be a sellout? And can you be one of those successful jewellery makers who manages to get this home?
What I do to show, because I'm a big stickler with sizes of chips. What I did on the last morning show that I was on was we draped the chip strands. We took them off your dainty little hands and we draped them over my big chunky man hands. And you can see just how big these chips are.
They are. They're substantial, aren't they? And with peridot, that makes a big difference. That's a good point, actually, because you can see the difference inside. I have got quite small hands as well, if you could have put them next to you. They're still substantial, aren't they?
Massive. They're really, really good chunky chips. Amazing. Thank you for
Amazing. Fabulous. It's going to be a sellout. Well done. Well done to every single one of you. What are you demoing? We did say we were going to do a dynasty, though, first, didn't we?
Are you going to get a glass of water, are you?
No, I said we're going to reenact Dynasty. I said, I can do what are their names again?
Crystal and Alexis.
Crystal Alexis slap.
Then
of course, we don't endorse any
and then I have to throw a glass of water over you, and then I have to push you into a pond and...
Push me into a pond and throw some water over me.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end of the show, right?
We'll do that, yeah.
And what are you demoing?
I'm going to show the cross.
Yes. Because
it's a lovely little technique, and it's quite fiddly. So what I've done, I've gone for a purple 1mm hemp.
Right.
Just because on the actual piece I used very fine black Echelon Zari cord.
Yes.
Okay, and I didn't think it would come up that well on screen, so I'm using a larger, thicker.
Just for demonstrational purposes.
Demoing, yeah.
The last bundle, by the way, has sold out.
It's gone,
yeah.
Okay. So what I've got on the main necklace, the black necklace there, I've actually made the entire necklace, which is a lariat.
Do you want me to bring that over?
Okay.
Shall I bring that over for you?
Yeah, we'll lay it down next to my board. So as you can see, it's one long piece.
Oh, it's lovely length.
Yeah, and then I've attached the cross separately. Okay, so you can make this cross and attach it to all your pieces that you made already. Okay, so for the cross on the made-up jewellery piece, what I've done is I've taken, so that's a complete necklace, and I've taken 2 pieces of Echelon, looped them through the middle section of the necklace. So running down the centre of the cross, I have 4 lengths. Okay, so you can imagine the size of the drill holes in these to take 4 lengths of the Zari cord. Okay.
Me being awkward, sorry, I lay it the wrong way. That's my fault, so everyone can see it the proper way.
Okay.
My fault, everyone at home. Sorry. There we go, and that's easier for you as well, Mark. Isn't it? Oops. There we go.
Yeah. So running down the centre are 4 lengths of the Zari cord.
Right.
Okay. So for this, I'm just going to have 1 piece, but you get the general idea of what we're going to do. Okay. So for the cross, as you can see on here, I've made the little central section with the silver, and then the points of the cross with the longer base with the gold. And again, it's mid-metals, and it goes so well with that shiny black. Okay. So I've used, again, just for demonstration purposes, I've used the larger sparklers. Any excuse to use the glitter balls.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Okay.
I really like them. They do remind me of sort of your disco balls, aren't they?
Yes,
the ones in the centre, that strobe lights, etc. If you have just tuned in and you're wondering sort of what's with the shoulder pads, it's because we've got an 80s kit, basically.
Okay. So for the vertical section, I've got a piece of hemp here which is 4 foot long. You're only going to need probably 2 or 3 feet, and again, because the Zari is so fine, you can double, triple up depending on how thick you want it. So what we're going to do, we're going to this is the basic square knot at the top on here, so left and a right. And if you wanted the cross to hang substantially lower, then you just do a series of square knots rather than just one, but I'll just do 1 on here. And then we're going to cage the first bead in, like so. And then we're going to
alternating.
Yep, left and right. Okay, and then we're going to cage the second one. So this would be gold, this would be silver, and then we'll do the actual cross section.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just do this, and then we'll attach the other cords. Okay, like so. So what we're going to do, we're going to flip those out of the way. We won't be needing those for a moment. So we need to add our lazy cord that takes the horizontal beads. Okay. So we take a shorter piece. You'll only need a couple of feet, and we're going to do a double half hitch. So we're going to take the cord under the lazy. It doesn't matter which side you do it. So I'm going to always do the left side. So we're going to take the left cord over and back through. And then we're going to repeat that process. So we're going to go across and back through, I'm just going to feed that up so it sits nice and neatly on top of each other. Okay, so that's going to be the lazy for the horizontal. Just going to take our beads. Okay. So we'll just pop that up a little bit more. We'll slide these up properly at the end.
Now this is the first time that I've actually seen macrame, I suppose, in two different directions.
Okay.
So I'm glued.
Okay.
Absolutely glued.
We've attached our lazy strands that's going to take the beads horizontally, but at the moment we don't have any working strands to cage them.
No.
So the way we do that is we attach more cords. So we take our original working strands down so they cross over the top. So you can see that we need to attach another cord to this cord to then allow you to do the macrame to the left and to the right.
Right.
Okay, so for each side you'll need a separate piece of cord. Okay, so you'll only need a short piece because you're only going to popping on a couple of beads. So you're only going to need, I don't know, 10 to 12 inches each side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the board horizontally, which will make it a bit easier.
Yeah, so you know that you're going that way now, so you're working top to bottom rather than...
So what I would do is, we're not going to use those at the moment because we know that those are going to be the lasers for the bead section. But we need to attach what cords to, where did I put it? There we go. This one here and this one here, which are our original working. So we're going to take a piece of cord, we're going to fold it in half, okay, and we're going to take the loop and we're going to pass it underneath our working, our original working, and we're going to take the two ends through. So that's the basic lark's head knot, okay? So we're going to slide that up because we need to get the second lazy that we attach with our double half hitch up through. So this is a bit fiddly, but all will become clear once we start beading. So we just face that. So that's our lark's head, and we need to get this cord up through. So we just take this and we'll feed it up through. So I'm going to cover that up a bit. There we go. So I'm going to take that
going up through the centre, aren't you?
Up through the centre of the lark's head. Let me get my pliers and I can pull it up through because I don't want to lose that lark's head, you see. Get my pliers. There we go. Sorry. There we go. So
no, that's right, because you don't want to block vision. That's why Mark's being so conscientious. You don't want to block your view, everyone at home.
So that's now gone through the centre of the lark's head. We can pull the lark's head tight.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure that's nice and tight. Now we turn it round and we do exactly the same on the other side. So again, we've got our second lazy, so we're not going to do anything with that at the moment. We've got our original working, which we're going to drape, and then we're going to take our second piece of cord, which I think I dropped. There we go. So just take another separate piece and do exactly the same. So we're going to fold in half,
feed that
loop
through
underneath, take it through to form the lark's head. Okay, and then we're just going to again repeat exactly the same thing as we did earlier. So we're going to take...
Whilst you're repeating that process, Mark, I'm going to just bring in this chip bundle because it's one of the few times where we've been able to incorporate the colours of the gemstones exactly, well, as close to, I can't say exactly, to your Zari thread. So you are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spools. So let me just separate those. 6 spools of your Zari thread, that's quite rounded. And there is a gemstone strand to go with each colour. Can you see this? So you have got within gorgeous tiger's eye, you've got wonderful amethyst, you've got incredible, I'm just trying to work out, the green. Aventurine? I think it's aventurine, we'll just double check. Then you've got citrine, yes, aventurine, yeah. Then you've got citrine, then you've got wonderful garnet here, beautiful cinnamon colour of your garnet. So every single spool that you are getting of your Zari ribbon, you're getting a double strand of gemstones effectively. Now, one thing, do you know, forgive me, I've completely forgotten to mention, it's Free Gift Friday.
Oh yes, I saw that on the internet this morning.
Every order over £50 today will get a free gift. A free gift worth in excess of £9.95. Can't say any fairer than that. every single order over £50 today will get a free gift of worth in excess of £9.95. So fabulous way of acquiring a little early Christmas present, I suppose. A Christmas present to you. Now, coming your way, 6 spools. I love that red and green, don't you? The red and green maybe with your garnet and your aventurine, the purple alongside with your amethyst, your aventurines in there as well. Do you love this Zari rope? It is rope, isn't it, as well? So it does look, it's perfect for caging cabochons, I think.
It's beautiful. And I like the fact that you can get the green and the red separately, and we also combine the mix that's already done for you already.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. That's a lovely rose copper colour as well.
It is. That's a colour I've not seen previously before. It is like a rosy, well, like rose gold,
so with that and the
essentially,
purple,
isn't it?
I think it'd be beautiful.
So there's an awful lot coming in this bundle, and again, it can be incorporated with the kit that you have seen. Just if you're looking at replenishing your threading materials, particularly your Zari rope, this is potentially one of the best times that you'll see. The original price point for all of this, bearing in mind you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strands. 6 strands? 6 strands of genuine gemstones and 6 of your Zari rope is £33 and 60 pence. £33 and 60 pence is still an amazing deal. You think about how many meters worth, 55 meters of Zari rope and all the genuine gemstones at £19.95. I mean, as a jewellery maker and Mark, and someone that makes jewellery daily?
Wow.
Daily?
Every
single day?
Yeah.
How long are these? I mean, I know it's a hard question to answer, but it's going to last you a long time, isn't it?
Well, there's a particular technique that I'm a massive fan of, which we've started calling channel setting. It's also the railroad bracelet. It features on the men's DVD. So you'd make a long channel, and then you'd have beads running on the inside. Now, for that, you only need 18 inches of that cord.
So it's going to last ages.
And it'll just go on and on and on.
If you want to replenish your stash of genuine gemstones, this bundle and the kit, my goodness, you've got thousands of carats worth, and various different threading materials. The threading materials, neither all contrast, so as in you're not getting doubles of. You've got blacks in the kit, you've got silvers in the kit, you've got golds here, you've got the rose gold here, you've got the red, and you've got the blues. So nothing is duplicated. If you got the kit and this bundle, £49 and 95 pence, and you're almost getting your free gift then. I mean, can you imagine? That, for me, is one of the most gem-heavy purchases with those two and threading material there. You don't really need a whole lot else, do you? Maybe a couple of findings here and there. Don't need a whole lot else.
Because I'm a great fan of buy one, get one frees. So I'm looking at this thinking, OK, so I would, for £19.95, more than happily pay for that.
More than happy, yeah.
Yep, and then all of that would just be
a free. Yeah, essentially.
That's ridiculous,
55 metres of your Zari rope, and it has got that rope kind of.
It's like Viking knit, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, it does look like Viking knit. Absolutely, you can imagine gemstone, and you can push gemstones in it, I believe. You can get a biro down. Yeah. And then just fill it with gemstones. Amazing. So, I mean, how long would it take to sort of Viking knit gemstones?
Hours and hours.
Hours, wouldn't it? Yeah, and you've got that same repetitive, beautiful design. Yeah, this and the kit and you're getting magnesite, you're getting fuchsia pink trilliant cuts, you're getting the silvers, the golds, it just keeps on coming and coming and coming. Great for if you're starting making your jewellery as well. If you've just tuned in for the first time this morning and you're thinking, I fancy a new hobby. I love wearing jewellery. I appreciate genuine gemstones. You might not recognise any other retailer out there that will bring you genuine gemstones as affordably as we do. And that's purely down to our buying techniques. Well, £50, not many hobbies you can start off with £50. And you get a free gift for joining to the family, and tutorials all there available on our website. Well done to every single one of you. Okay,
Wow. Okay,
you
I'm going to put my hand up. I've made a mistake. I do apologise. If you look down on the overhead, sorry, I know it doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't happen very often.
But I can't do anything about it now because I've tied all the knots in. What you do is you slide up your number 3 bead. Yeah. Then you attach your double half hitch knot. Because as you can see, there's a big space there
where a gemstone
should have a bead in it. So I do apologise.
I'll tell you what, let's pretend.
Okay. I don't think it'll sit in there, will it? It will sit in there just. So that should have the bead. So your 3rd bead slides up and then you will do your cord adding. But you can see where the bead would sit. It's ready and waiting.
That's all right.
So I do apologise, viewers.
Don't be silly. That's all right. We understand. We make mistakes. Blimey, I do.
So you can imagine that there's a bead there.
Yep.
So what you would then do is you would continue, and then you would do your second part of your cross. Okay. So you can imagine that there's a bead sat in that little hole there. How embarrassing! It's ridiculous.
No, do you know what's embarrassing? It's a very special day for Mark today. It's Mark's,
yeah, we forgot to say anything.
It's Mark's 4th year anniversary with Jewellery Maker, and do you know what's embarrassing? I tried to make you a cake.
Oh, you're going to tell the viewers that the mistake you made here?
Well, actually, it wasn't really me.
It wasn't really you?
No, because I'm not a very good baker, so my other half is very good at baking, really good, but he forgot to put... You know Kim, don't you? He's an amazing baker. He forgot to put the flour in the mix.
Okay.
Really good. Oh, bless him. Yeah, he did try and make you a cake. So I'll try it.
My 4 years today.
4 years today. Happy anniversary.
Show, yeah. So a massive, massive thank you to all the viewers for their continuous support and love and friendship. I made some ace friends. It's been really nice. But I don't want to put it down on proceedings, but the only thing that is a bit sad is my dad never saw me on TV, which is a shame. But anyway, so massive, massive thank you. Yeah, 4 years today. Where's the time gone?
It has flown by, hasn't it?
So what you would then continue doing, you'd finish off your vertical section, and then you have your lazy and your 2 working strands all ready to go, and then you can just continue to do your left side and your right side.
Basically doing top to bottom.
Yep.
On just doing it 4 times over instead of just in one direction.
Yep.
It's so effective though, isn't it?
So just have a play around with as I said, it's just that 3rd bead should have been put into place before I did. So you can imagine that there'd be a bead in here, and it gives you the illusion of how did you do that, because there's no drill hole going through the top and the bottom in one bead.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a text message for you, Mark. Happy anniversary, lovely Mark, and that's from Gem, our guest designer Gem. I feel really bad about the cake.
Do you? Lucy was my first presenter, and Vicky Carr was my second.
Ah.
I still remember.
I was quite a few down the road.
You were, yes, yes. I love this.
You've had many a presenter.
I think I've worked with all of them at one point or another. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Well,
lots of babies along the way as well.
It's because we all request you, that's why.
Is that what it is?
We all request you. Okay, whilst you're doing that, because I'm thinking you've got a cross design here.
Gosh, look.
Can you imagine? Yeah, let's let.
Oh.
Look.
That is just amazing, isn't it?
For a combination.
That's perfect.
Oh.
How many strands are in that bundle then?
There's 4 double strands of citrine, of golden citrine. I mean, look how intense those colours are. I mean, there is citrine, which, you know, earlier on I was saying that sometimes gemstones need enhancement. You know, just some other colours next to it to sort of really elevate those tones. This needs none of that. I mean, it is the very definition of buttercup yellow. Again, I'm going to grab your piece, Mark,
This is my favourite time of the year because it's bulb planting season, and I love planting bulbs. So I'm just imagining that yellow with that peridot that is all gone. And that's going to be... What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
And that's going to be daffodils for me. Come on, what are you laughing at?
I just said something and it's going to be misconstrued a bit.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't hear that. So if you put the peridot with the citrine, that's all gone, hasn't it? Yeah. So that's daffodils and spring for me, isn't it? That's lovely. You're going to tell me in the break, because it's obviously tickled you somewhat. Oh no, I didn't catch what you said.
Huh?
I didn't catch.
Perhaps a good thing, otherwise you'd be like this as well.
Okay.
Yes, this was... Sorry, Mark.
That's all right.
Sorry, I wasn't paying any attention to what you were just saying then, darling, because I was like, trying to compose myself. Yes, but citrine with peridot is just perfect, isn't it? We've got to bring the price in before it all sells out. 4 strands.
And again, they're not small.
They are not small. No, they're not. No. They're substantial. This with the kit again. And you're over your £50. You're getting a free gift. You can create so many pieces with all of the gemstones and all the threading material.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
Gosh.
Whilst you're on the phone lines, I'm desperately trying to compose myself. I'm hoping none of you noticed as well. It is going to be a sellout. It is going to be a sellout.
I can't see a little letter after. Oh, there we are. Oh yes, citrine from Brazil. That's
Brazilian citrine, yeah, so, which is famed for producing some of the finest coloured gemstones in the world. What about this part here then, Mark? This part here
that's just macrame twist knot.
So, okay, you've got a second demonstration to actually show as well. Yeah. So stay on those phone lines for that. Well done, well done, well done.
Yeah, I'm going to show you this the heart bracelet, which I just love, but I'm going to change the colour of the cord.
I love the heart bracelet.
I use the black. And I'm going to use the turquoise on here. So this is a bracelet called the Outer Edge.
Ooh.
Sounds like a sci-fi film, doesn't it?
It does. Something you're very excited about.
Yeah, I've booked my tickets.
Booked your tickets for your...
Well, I'm a bit disappointed actually because it opens at 5 minutes past midnight on the 17th, and on the night of the 16th we're seeing Madonna in Birmingham, and I don't think she's going to be finished before midnight, so I'm not going to be able to see her, and then I don't think I'll be able to cope. Madonna for 3 hours and then the film. No, I can't cope. So we're going to go Saturday morning and have a nice breakfast first.
Lovely.
Relax into it.
That's like your perfect weekend, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm not really big into your sci-fi films.
No, we gathered that. You weren't sure about Star Wars at all, were you?
No, we were chatting in the workshop the other day and about this new launch premiere coming out, and I was like, oh, really? They're like, you didn't know? So,
meant nothing to you, did it really?
No, completely. No. Over my head.
Okay.
Yeah, I love this bracelet.
Yeah, so this is the little black love heart one at the end. And so down the centre, I've taken one piece of the Zari and I've measured twice my wingspan, so 12 feet in length. I've doubled it, cut it, doubled it, cut it, doubled it, cut it. So I've got 8 strands going down the middle. It doesn't matter what you use because the beads are going to sit on the outside. Okay. So then you're going to take a piece of corresponding colour. I could have gone for the black actually, that looked quite nice with the turquoise or the silver. And you'll notice on the entire kit I didn't use any of my silver, I've still got a complete roll. So it's...
Oh yes!
Yeah, I haven't used any of it, haven't used any. So what we're going to do, we're going to attach our working cords to the outside, and I did the twist knot again. So with the square knot, it's left, right, left, right, left, right. With the twist knot, you stay on one side, and you get a sort of a corkscrew effect, as you can see on the back necklace there. And what I did, I started off with 10 half knots at the beginning, then I incorporated the beads, and then between every section of beads, I did 5 half square knots, so 5 twist knots. Okay. Now we're talking about the 80s. Both, we decided this morning that it was. We're allowed to say it? Can you say other ice creams are available?
Yes.
Afterwards. But for me, the archetypal 80s pudding was Viennetta.
Oh yeah.
And this is Viennetta.
I love Viennetta. You can't just have one slither though, can you? I've got to have half of it.
But don't you find when you buy it now, they're quite small? They were quite big when you were a child.
Well, or was it that we were just smaller?
Well,
might have just been that we were smaller. It's the same as chocolate bars.
Bit.
Chocolate bars seemed massive when I was young. Do you know I couldn't actually finish chocolate bars when I was little? But they seem to be getting progressively smaller and smaller and smaller. It's either that or I'm getting greedier and greedier and greedier.
I can't believe how expensive they are either.
I know.
75 pence.
Oh,
anyway.
Viennetta. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the bun.
Do you want to talk about Viennetta first?
Yes.
Now I've got you drooling.
Yes. Now it is. This is mint choc chip.
That's my favourite.
This is your favourite. You're not just getting these, mind.
That one. You're not just getting these?
No, you're not just getting these, and I can't even count how many there are. There's loads. I love the fact that you've got sort of your chocolate and vanilla there, haven't you? Oh, with chocolate sauce over. Then you've got your minty chocky chips here.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Look at the back as well. It's just, I love this combination.
Isn't it wonderful? It's my favourite. It's my favourite ice cream, this flavoured ice cream, mint choc chip. Then you've got your definite chocolates there, all various shapes, all different sizes and carat weights as well. But also, you've also got all of these gorgeous strands, 4 in total. You've seen how quickly the citrine sold out. You saw how quickly that the peridot sold out. I mean, it's in perfect harmony. Let me bring my hand to the front of the table so you can see all of these double strands of the chrysoprase. This wonderful collection. I would be thinking this with the gold beads that you had in the kit.
Yes, perfect.
This with the silver beads would look amazing too. This with the hematite would look incredible too. I mean, this is gem heavy. Can I quickly try and count it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. We don't guarantee the quantity, we guarantee the carat weight. But one thing you will notice is that you've got from your marquise here's, look at that shape. So, you've got
you could aim those particular stones at gents, couldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Easily.
There's the marquee shape there. You've got your rectangles, quite a domed rectangle as well. Can you see that one's quite fat in its width? Then you've got some which are almost like orange segments. Look at this one. See that? It's like an orange segment. Love that. And then you've got very dramatic, bordering on trapezoid shapes. And the gorgeous minty greens of the one and only chrysoprase. If you've never heard of this gemstone, it really shows off its formation and how it's actually grown over many years. The cabochons on their own, if you were to buy these individually, will be £27.95. That's an amazing deal, an absolutely incredible deal for the entire bundle, including your chrysoprase strands.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
It's going back to buy one, get one free, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
So whichever way you look at it, 4 strands of genuine gemstones.
Gosh.
Either for free or you're getting your chrysoprase for free. And if you multi-buy on this, which I'm sure many of you will, you'll get a free gift of £9.95 as well. Who doesn't like prezzies? Who doesn't like freebies? I do. I love a freebie.
I'm just imagining these cabochons with that necklace that we've got coming up on the next kit.
Oh, yes.
That would just be incredible, wouldn't it?
I mean, look at those. One of those wire wrapped with some antique bronze wire.
Yeah, job done.
With the gemstones. Let me just hold that down, maybe. You see that? That vision of green.
That's an incredible green, isn't it, on these?
Yeah, there's no other gemstone like it. Chrysoprase is very unique. There's nothing like it. And it's so substantial in its carat weight. If you've never heard of this gemstone, the best way to describe it is a mint choc chip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or, a Viennetta ice cream. Other ice creams are available, of course. Absolutely. It's the very definition. At $27.95, an amazing deal that you're getting there. Some of my favourite cabochons, they are, the chrysoprase. So incredible. Okay, so you've started your...
Yep, so imagine that I've done 10 half knots, and you can actually just see the twists starting to form.
Yeah, it is. It's starting to shape round.
And what we're going to do is we've got a definite left and a definite right. And if you notice, with the love hearts, okay, the drill hole goes top to bottom, and you'll probably be able to tell me the names of that's the cleft.
Cleft.
And the point?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't really know that it's named anything really.
Oh, okay.
Cleft.
Okay.
I don't think so anyway.
Okay. So what I decided to do was that I wanted the love hearts to go one direction one side and the other direction the other, because then when you're wearing the bracelet, as it turns, it swirls. You get that movement with it as well.
Nice.
So you pop a bead on the left hand side, so I'm going to go cleft down. So we'll just trim the end. Zena and I were talking about these particular types of thread on the Late Show the other evening, and it's got a very, very fine outer covering on the outside. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. There we go. And it looks...
look.
Can you see, if I hold that up, like it's like a little gizmo coil.
It is, like
very,
a
very fine gizmo coil.
fine gizmo.
And because you're going in and out of beads, you will find that little gizmo coil sometimes comes off and it frays.
Okay.
You've got masses on the end, so just trim off the end and then keep threading.
Yeah, a bit like cotton, I suppose, if you're doing your textiles,
so the work that's gone
etc.
into producing the cord is incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've put on the left-hand side, I've gone cleft point in first, and then on the second side, on the right, I'm going to go point down first. Okay, and again, the drill holes are really big, so you'll get the cords in easily.
And all of the gemstones that come with this kit do thread on with this beautiful satiny. It has got a sheen, hasn't it?
That's beautiful. And then all you do then is you just take your 2 working cords and you make 5 half square knots. So we just bring that and make sure that they sit nice and flush against. There we go. Okay. So looking down, you can't actually see the surface of the beads. You can see the edges, which is what you want, because you want when you're wearing it on the wrist, you want to be able to see the surfaces. So then we just do our 5 half square knots. So we're going to stay on that left-hand side all the time. And then you just repeat it. So when you do your 5, there's nothing stopping you doing 1. There's nothing stopping you doing 10. It's entirely up to you how many knots you want in between.
You wanted it to be a spiral effect, didn't you?
Yeah. So we just make that so you can. So as it moves, you see you get that really nice spiral. So again, left-hand side cleft first, right-hand side point first, and then just keep going until you get to the length of the bracelet. And then at the back, I've used the ribbon end clasps just to finish it off. At the back.
Literally, just pinch. I'll turn that round for you as well, so you can actually see.
Yeah. And I just put a couple of charms on the clasp as well. And it's a really nice. So this is called the outer edge. So we're putting. So remember the pearls at the beginning that I said were half drilled.
Yeah.
So if you did that technique like this, it would just be beautiful.
Yeah,
against
lovely.
the blue.
Really lovely. Now, could you do this with other threading material?
You can do it with everything. The only thing dependent on is the size of the drill hole.
Right.
Without a doubt.
Beading thread?
Yes. I saw that. That's amazing.
I love this combination
that
of
colour.
colour.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah, I would be buying it for that colour alone.
Yeah, I would as well.
I mean, I love the others, don't get me wrong, but yeah, that gorgeous, it's kind of like a dusky rose.
That's it, perfect.
Like a dusky rose. This is, last time this was on your screens, this bundle, very, very popular because they are so complementary of one another, and they're great for storage because they do literally slot into each other. But yeah, I know this is what I was talking about, and I actually had messages about this from jewellery makers saying, yeah, I agree, that dusky pink is, I've not seen it before up until this bundle was actually put together. So you think about rose gold, the reason why it has got that delicate blush is because of the addition of copper into the gold, which brings that sort of delicate complementary of all different skin tones. Colouring, well, if you're thinking about your pink gemstones here, like your Kunzites or your Morganites, this will look perfect with it, don't you think?
I love this combination. It's just a beautiful combination, isn't it?
I'm just thinking as well, maybe with your macrame, could you mix and match some of the colour, do a three-tone?
Mix metals. I mean, the necklace on the left that we used the black cord with, the cross necklace, you could replicate that so easily with beading thread. And in fact, on the my first macrame DVD, there's actually a whole section on using beading thread as a macrame
There we
thread,
go.
So.
That will be available more likely on our website. Just have a little look at that. Yeah. I love the combination of colours. You're getting 250 metres of beading thread in total with this bundle, 50 metres of each colour essentially. I mean, I guess when you get this bundle home and when you start working with it and you start using it with the appropriate gemstones, you then recognise that, how have I gone without this up until now? How have I just been using the standard beading thread? Because in actual fact, these colours can really enhance gemstones as well. You know, just threading maybe that pink through a Kunzite is really only going to add to the depth of pink. Adding maybe those golden tones through a citrine is only going to add those golden colours. It's just beautiful, those colour combinations, don't you agree? Now, what can you get for 3p?
Not very much. Well, you can't get penny sweets anymore, can you? I don't think. No.
What can you get for 3p?
No, I can't think. No.
Not even a plastic bag from the supermarket these days.
True. No, that's true.
How about a metre? 3p a metre. £6.95. I don't think you're going to need to buy beading thread for a very long time if you get this. Almost 50% of the stock has gone instantaneously, and I'm guessing, and this is a guess, because don't get me wrong, I love these colours too. You've got like an antique, like a burnt orange there, haven't you? Then you've got more of a, I want to say sphene greenish tone just here. Then you've got your standard gold and your silver, but this, I'm guessing most of our jewellery makers are loving the actual pink as well. But look how well they work together. Look at us, we're glued to the screen that you are as well. We're all looking, going, oh yeah, love the pink. Would you be macrame, what gemstone would you use with the pinks?
I would use the aquamarine, the beryl strand that we've got coming up later on. I just think that would just be so perfect for it, wouldn't it?
And if you were using the Bracelet, which is coming up a little bit later on, what colour would you use?
I'd get that middle one, I think. Go for that really antique look with it.
Yeah, gorgeous. But they'd all go, wouldn't they? They'd all match. Over 50% of the stock has gone, and you are still making those confirmations, so well done to every single one of you. We have got findings coming up which will match beautifully as well. And of course, so many brand new strands. It'll work wonderfully with your kit that's coming up next, a bit later on. Don't you think?
Should we tell the viewers that it's a chip and nugget kit, but the nuggets are pearls?
Maybe I'll wear one of your necklaces throughout the next sections.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, let's do that. $6.95 only. Congratulations to every single one of you. Now, brand new, arrived literally a couple of hours ago here in the studios is your next presenter's pick. It is effortless. You know I'm a girl that really endorses the quality of faceting of gemstones. Having had a go at actually cutting gemstones, it is no easy task. Believe me, it's not. This is not something you just wake up and decide to do. It is something that you develop over decades, quite literally. The quality of the cut in this next strand is absolutely out of this world. It's your presenter's pick after this. Now, for those of you that are new to Jewellery Maker, let me just tell you a little bit about us as a family-run business. We're very hands-on. Paula Bennett, head of channel, goes all over the world sourcing gemstones, sourcing amazing deals for you, dealing direct. Steve Bennett as well, he does. Sarah Bennett also. They're a very hands-on family in sourcing your gemstones. And the reality is, how many retailers, CEOs or directors of companies do you know actually do that? But I, for one, am ever grateful for those efforts that they do, because if they didn't do that, then we would have to invest considerably more into any of our gemstones than we do when we shop with Jewellery Maker. Over the years, progressively, obviously, our knowledge and our buying power has developed considerably so much so that we often have first refusal. But also the fact that we now own our own cutting house over in Jaipur, which is, you know, very much a gemstone hub of lapidary work. The fact that we deal with one of the most internationally renowned diamond cutters in the world hopefully indicates to you the quality of Jewellery Maker as a brand. So to show you this strand, it's an immense pleasure. It's not something that you will see in every jeweller. It's not something that you will find in your local town or city or shopping centre, because this strand has been faceted in a unique way. It's what we would call a fancy cut, basically. So anything outside your standard sizes and calibrations, it would be classed as a fancy cut. So this is almost taking a concave, as you can see on your graphics, but doubling it. Concave, similar to your Asher cut, similar to your Princess cut, has got substantially more facets than you would actually see in a round brilliant cut, meaning you'll have more performance of light. But this is a double concave. So what you and I would think of as the pavilion, which is the underside of the gemstone, if you imagine the sort of the belly part, which ordinarily on a classic sort of round brilliant cut, you'd look at the table, you'd look at the crown facets, and then on the underside you've got the pavilion and the coulis. This has been doubled over, so that pavilion is twice. What does that give you? Just the most astonishing performance, like a wall of mirrors. You imagine every single one of those facets. What is their sole purpose? Their sole purpose. It's to reflect light, to play with light, to bring you brilliance. And it certainly does that. Well done, your presenter's pick. I'm really excited that I can bring this to you. Breathtaking, aren't they? Beautiful shape. Shields of your Bracelet amethyst or green amethyst, whichever you refer to it at. Look at the clarity, look at that wonderful transparency, and all of the above that I was just mentioning. Obviously the Labradorite that has faceted every single one of your beautiful gemstones, they're not going to use a substandard gem, are they, with a concave cut, because it's imperative that the light is not deterred or obscured in any way, shape or form. Breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. I've always been a massive advocate of your cutting of gemstones. I've always really endorsed lapidarists who are not afraid to step outside of the mold, who are not afraid to, you know, really embark, because it is a journey, on learning such methods, which wouldn't happen overnight. It would probably take months and months upon months to even learn a standard concave cut. This is not standard though, it's doubled over. So if I just turn that, let's just look at this one here. Turn my hand on the profile. Can you see how the pavilion, it actually points up? Can you see that? Points up, flip it over this way, and you've got a double point, so a double belly of the gemstone effectively. I mean, as a jewellery maker, I'm sure, because I can see Mark's brain ticking over right now, as a jewellery maker, I mean, it means you've got so much to hold on to. I would personally be thinking leave these really simple, just suspend them from some sterling silver earrings, because of the cut, because of the brilliance. Show that off, but that's just my personal preference. What would you be thinking, Mark, with these?
I would spend an extra $4.95 and I would buy Alison's prong setting DVD.
Yeah.
And just make rings using antique bronze wire, I think.
Yeah.
It's
the quality of the cut. You could just use as solitaires, isn't it? You don't need any other gemstones. Let that be the focus, because this is high-end genuine gemstones here. Praise Allah.
If you had it on a chain, how would you wear it? With the flat uppermost or the flat?
There isn't a flat. That's the thing. So it's going to stand proud. There's both pavilion. There's no table facet. You've got two pavilions. So I'm thinking these just suspended as a pendant or in a simple pair of earrings. Wow. Can you imagine? It's like a strobe light. Whenever I refer to a concave cut, the irony in this, Mark, is unbelievable. I actually call the Star Wars cut. Have you ever heard me say that before? Because it's like the hyperdrive. Yeah, it's like the stars are racing past you, and that's the performance of light with the concave cut. But you're getting that twice over here. Twice over, not just the once. And it's the pavilion facets which bring that performance, because that's where the lapidus has put all those mathematically precise articulations. Okay, we're gonna have to bring that price in, because already loads and loads of you there. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 on this strand, so that's 11 individual solitaires, whether that be rings, whether that be pendants. That's 5 massive pairs of earrings, which would just be absolutely incredibly decadent. Let's bring that price tag in. It had to be my presenter's pick, because you know how much I adore quality faceting like this, and I do think if you take exemplary grade gemstones, then we are going to put them into the hands of the world's finest master lapidarists. That's working out at £3.45 per genuine gemstone. I'm going to ask you to do a direct comparison now, and we can do this because I'm going to actually say it with our own establishment. Go on to all the W's, gemcollector.com, see if you can purchase a Bracelet or a green amethyst concave cut at £3 something. See if you could even find a concave cut for anything less than double figures. I highly doubt it. We've got a text message in from Della. Hello to you, Ting. Prong set ring them all. I would want to see it all at the same time. So I'm struggling to see that there. Just amazing. Love learning about the time and work that goes into the cuts like this. Oh, thank you, Tink. Yeah, I get really excited about it as well. And with a concave cut, you know, at first appearances, you think, my gosh, that's got thousands of facets, thousands upon thousands of facets. Actually, it's not thousands. It's that wall of mirrors. It's the lapidus, which I think is just amazing how they are playing with the light. If you've got to look at that, look at that. You've got to work out refractive indexes, your critical angles, etc. And I'm not going to get into that because I think it becomes a little bit too technical. But look, if I just turn it on the slightest angle, look how that one side, that one dimension of the pavilions, plural, look at how they play with the light. Just fabulous, aren't they? Even the girdle of the gemstone is actually playing with the light. Absolutely amazing. I know you'll enjoy them when you do get home. And if you do set them into earrings, I'm just putting that down a little bit so I can actually see your names. There we go. Oh, there's loads of you there. Loads and loads and loads of you there. If you've got your hair up like I have today, you're always going to see that beauty. Oh, absolutely amazing. Now I've got boulder opal coming up after the break, brand new strand. We've got amazing beryl coming your way. We've got incredible bundles, including this beautiful blue bundle here. Yes, if you missed out, you weren't with us first thing this morning, we have got display busts to bring you and our next kit, which I absolutely love. So much to see. Inspiration, of course, from the one and only Mark Smith. And fabulous deals, of course. Don't go anywhere because we'll be back after this.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Now it is time for your beautiful, beautiful boulder opal. Opal is a gemstone which comes in so many variations. It is what we call an amorphous gemstone. What that basically means is it doesn't fit within your crystal structures like your diamonds, your sapphires, your rubies, your emeralds, etc. Because this is a gemstone which is formed within cracks and crevices in the host rock. Tiny, tiny silica spheres get trapped over millions upon millions of years. Those silica spheres produce wonderful formations, play of colour. You can have jelly opal, you can have crystal opal, you can have boulder opal, you can have black opal, you can have I could go on and on and on. And then there's variations of the play of colour themselves. But if I was to talk about one thing specifically in respect to this strand, it would be most definitely about the fact that this is not usual. The last few times that I have brought boulder opal, or in showcases even on our sister channel, boulder opal would be quite a dark gemstone, quite black, sometimes grey, and you'll see those flashes of colour. So when I was introduced to this strand, I was like, wow, that's unique. This is another angle of this gemstone that I've not seen previously before. Because this is like a wonderful milky crisp linen colour, and you've actually got, you can see physically with the eye, not up close, you don't have to go up close and personal, you can see it from a distance, how progressively each of these gemstones have grown and developed over the years. I love that. So if you adore a gemstone that shows off how they've actually grown and formed, then you'll love this boulder opal strand. It's not black, certainly not. You've got wonderful milky colours here. You've got exceptional transparency in some occasions and opaque beauty in other occasions. It's a gemstone or a strand of contrast, which I love, 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 love. For all of you October babies out there, you are very lucky to have one of the most varied gemstones out there. I've had the huge honour and privilege of meeting Andrew Cody, who is president of the ICA. He is a founder also of Cody Opal over in Australia. And this is from Australia, so I'm making an assumption that it is from that location. So I wish Andrew could be here. If there's any book that if you want to learn more about your opals, then get hold of Andrew Cody. Not only is one of the most knowledgeable individuals, he's very, very charismatic, and his love for this gemstone started from a very tender age when he literally stumbled across an opal, and that basically depicted his journey for the rest of his life. These are natural. I mean, look at those formations. Just one of those. Let's focus on this one here. Look how dramatic those formations are. So you can imagine the host rock, and you can imagine the cracks forming, but from weather temperatures or differing weather temperatures potentially, and then silica spheres actually being trapped within those crevices. I mean, look, you can see how it's almost grown and developed. Can you also sense those opaque areas, and then also your transparent areas? For those of you that know your opal, you'll have seen boulder opal where it's sort of black in its colour, and then you've got almost a dusting across the surface of it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I own one myself, but this is exciting to me because it's new, and I've not seen boulder opal which has got that milky appearance. Janet, Diane, Janice, Stella, Valerie, you're with me as well. Well done. Be on those phone lines as soon as you possibly can for natural Australian opal. Now, the actual country of origin doesn't necessarily depict the value of the gemstone. However, it is their national gem, and one they hold very, very, very close to their hearts. So yeah, get hold of Andrew Cody's book of opals, and that's everything you basically need to know. It's an easy read and always sells out when we have the fortune of bringing it to our customers. Grab it whilst you can. 235 carats of this natural gemstone. They are graduated, elongated, faceted drops at £24.95. I mean, how substantial are they? For the one of these, I would be more than happy with that price point. It's a unique take on this gemstone, and I suppose where William Shakespeare spoke about this gemstone as the queen of gems. So if you're thinking, yeah, I love opal, but I want something to be a little bit different, a bit like your black diamonds are to your colourless diamonds, I want something to be that is a little bit a break from the mould. I think that says an awful lot about somebody's personality if they do wear something slightly different. Don't you think, Mark, this with the necklace that I'm wearing, a couple of these?
Perfect, isn't it? That colour wire with it as well,
yeah,
without a doubt.
Just a couple of those injected within the piece that you've created. Oh, opal and pearls just go, they're in harmony, aren't they? It's a symphony in gemstones.
It really brings out the colour in it, doesn't it? Putting it next to those pearls.
Really does. Bernadette, well done. Dee, well done. Liz, multi-buying. Maria, multi-buying. Well done to you. Janet, congratulations. I can't keep up with all of the names, but they're so substantial. And you know, holding it up to the décolletage like that, you can see those. Sorry, got a little itchy nose. You can see those very dramatic angles of this gemstone, can't you? Have you seen? I mean, your experience of boulder opal prior to this strand?
I don't think I've had any, to be honest.
This is the first time you've seen boulder opal?
I think so. I may have had it in a dyed blue variation.
Yeah.
When it was sort of blocked, little squares like ice cubes.
Yeah.
But this is exquisite.
Isn't
it's
it?
Beautiful.
So
it's got
lovely.
a moonstone hue to it, hasn't
it has. Yeah, it really has. I'll leave that with you. I've got to move on. Well done to every single one of you. Okay. In number... Oh, here. I got it. All of these. Right up Mark Street, this. If you want to recreate this design as well. You have got 3 colours of your plated hook clasps, which come with the little trumpets as well to cover. I'm sure there's a technical term for it, but basically like Captain Hook, aren't they? They're like Captain Hook hooks.
Oh, yes.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right.
Just like little trumpets with a hook on the end. Can you see those? And you're getting all 3 colours, the rose, the silver, and also the yellow gold. If I turn it like that, there you are, you can see one of the little Captain Hook hooks. They're lovely, aren't they? They really hide all the finishing edges, I suppose, in your kumihimo or mark. The what?
The gubbins.
The gubbins.
Yeah.
The gubbins.
That's a good old-fashioned English word.
Yeah, I like that. Gubbins.
Gubbins.
That is a good word. Gubbins. Sounds good as well, doesn't it? Rolls off the tongue. And also all of this hemp cord. Now, I remember when we first launched this. I remember how popular it is because it's so versatile. You use it.
I use it all the time. For beginners, for macrame, this is what I started with. This is what got me hooked on macrame, is the hemp. It's really forgiving as well because of the structure of the makeup because it's a natural product.
Yeah.
You don't need glue. The knots hold together so well.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, there's a physics behind it. It does actually, the fabrics, the actual fibres in the gemstone almost lock, don't they?
No, it's beautiful.
It is gorgeous, and I just think it's for him and for her. It's for all ages. It's for all different gemstones. I can't think of a single gem that won't match this.
No.
And you're getting loads of it as well. So if you're thinking about, okay, I'll fancy giving macrame a go, it's covered right here, isn't it?
You've got macrame there covered. You've got kumihimo covered.
Yeah.
With the ends that you've got there as well. Oh, it's perfect.
So 2 separate threadings and mediums, basically, haven't you? Yeah. It is your cord essentials, 72 metres of your hemp cord. There is, let me just see, just working out, 0.5 and 1 millimetre. So you've got the thinner gauge and the thicker gauge.
Perfect.
It couldn't be any more perfect, this bundle, could it? I'm thinking stocking stuffers and stocking fillers and things like that. You know, for anybody that you know that maybe wants to start a new hobby but hasn't discovered what they want to do yet. Because this is for all ages, all genders, and you haven't got a substantial outlay. The original web price would be £17.75. Given the fact that you are getting all of these findings as well, I mean, there's your rose gold, and in there you have got 3 pieces. So there's 3 of each. And if you're thinking there's 6 in there, well, it's 1 on each end of each piece, obviously. Same here. So 369 of your findings in the 3 tones. And 72 metres of your hemp cord. Let's bring you your bundle price. We're taking exactly £10 off for you. £7.75 for 72 metres of hemp cord and 9 clasps, basically. £7.75, and don't forget, you will also, if you spend over £50, be getting your free gift too, worth £9.95. If now isn't the time to be replenishing your stock of all these kind of bundles and threading materials, today has been packed full of threading materials, hasn't it? From your satins to your zaris, now to your sort of natural fibre. Well, it is. It's like it's quite an organic material, isn't it?
I had some of those clasps recently, and I because you got the 3 that have the hook on, and the other 3 have the loop. And what I did, I think it was either a 14 or a 16 mil Labradorite gemstone, and I put a tiny, tiny, tiny amount of the glue that's super around the base of one of the cones.
Yeah.
And then I pushed it onto the bead and just held it for a couple of seconds. And it makes the most amazing bead cap cone.
Yeah, I bet.
To suspend a bead from.
You know
beautiful.
You know the necklace that I'm wearing?
Yes.
Is it like these? Is that a smaller version? Would these be a smaller version, basically?
Much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the one with the loop I used as an earring cone, and just glued a bead. The half-drilled beads we've got so many of in stock at the moment. You could just put a half-drilled bead, glue it onto the base of the cone, make beautiful little earrings.
Oh, they would, yeah, just like suspended like a little trumpet.
Little beautiful. They're really nice. And then feel how strong that hook is as well. I mean, that is really, really strong.
It really is.
Yeah.
I don't want to break the tweezers, but yeah,
You'll need your tweezers to pull it apart. It is so strong. It's brilliant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Could you potentially put a Tahitian pearl at the bottom of one of these?
Yes. That's your favourite, isn't it? Yeah, you could.
Have you heard?
No.
Have you heard?
Oh, hang on. I might have heard a little something.
Tomorrow, for the first time ever in the history of Jewellery Maker, we have Tahitian pearls. And on Sunday. They will sell out, don't get me wrong, they will, because they are huge as well.
What colour are they? Do you know the colours?
Well, that Tahitian gunmetal.
Oh, the gunmetal.
Amazing. Tune in tomorrow, and stay on those phone lines as well. They're beautiful. I mean, I'd happily pay £7.75 for just one of those packs.
Yeah.
Let alone
That's
3 and your hemp
amazing.
cord. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, moving on. I love this bundle that's coming up next. Was it made specially for me? Ah. I did put it on my list, you're right. Kim asked me a few days ago, Elle, name some gemstones that you really love, and I gave her a long list. And on that list was lemon quartz. I love lemon quartz because it's not just yellow, it's kind of sherbety, it's soft, it's a toned down colour, isn't it? It's a little bit more pastel.
Yeah, it's one of my favourites as well.
Is it really?
That's why I gave you the look.
I love this. This was made for me and I haven't seen it. This is the first time I'm seeing it. And I can feel straight away the size of some of these gemstones.
It's like an antique citrine, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's kind of got
it's difficult
a bit of green in there as well, hasn't it? Ah, this bundle's beautiful, Kim. Can we have more lemon quartz? I love lemon quartz. Yeah, there's a sort of greenish tinge to it. The size of these gemstones as well. It's liquid-like. And they say about quartz, please don't misinterpret quartz as a gemstone which is fruitful, as in plentiful. Because yes, as a material it's plentiful, but there's a big difference between the material quartz and the gemstone quartz. The more liquid-like your quartz is, the more high-end, the finer quality it is. I mean, these are beautifully transparent, and look at that gorgeous colour.
I can't see a little letter in brackets afterwards, so I'm assuming this is completely, utterly natural.
Yeah, I'm assuming so as well. We'll double check.
Wow.
It's Brazilian, which is my favourite location when it comes to your quartz. I love to find your clear quartz, your lemon quartzes. I love it from Brazil, and I don't. It's not vastly different from different locations. It just seems to have a little bit more of a liquid-like appearance coming from Brazil, and that is personal preference. There's over 500 carats in this bundle, and if you have issues with working with chips or nuggets, like the smaller kind, where I don't know, you might have dexterity issues, you might struggle to actually find the hole in those chips, then go for this bundle, because these are substantial, aren't they? I mean, there's some of the most dramatic lengths here, shards, if you like, of lemon quartz here. Then you've got substantial nuggets, almost pebble shape, which are top drilled, elongated, all different and various.
It's beautiful, doesn't it? Looks absolutely beautiful in that shot.
It really does. This with the hemp cord, for me. This with the hemp cord, this with some antique bronze, this with the bundle that's, the kit that's coming up a little bit later on. Got lots of you there already. I'm glad I'm not the only one that, well, Mark and I are the only ones that love our lemon quartz. I just think there's a subtlety and an elegance. Do you know what it reminds me of? A champagne diamond.
Yes.
It is like
right.
a champagne diamond, because if you think about a champagne diamond, it's not just yellow, it's got sort of, well, like a brownish, goldish tinge running through. It's so similar to a champagne diamond in terms of its hue and its saturation. Obviously nowhere near the price tag. This would be astronomical if it was champagne diamonds. Let's bring that price tag in for you. It is your lemon quartz trio, of course, citrus zing. Good luck, because this is super affordable for some of the biggest citrus quartz, lemon quartz. $7.95.
One of those strands should be $7.95.
Absolutely, one of them.
Wow. That's an amazing price.
It really is amazing. For all of this carat weight, my favourite combo at the moment is lemon quartz with Amazonite. Love that necklace, Mark.
Wow.
Want it. That's from Hugs All Around, and that's Pauline in East Riding of Yorkshire.
Brilliant combination.
Isn't it gorgeous? This with the... Shall I tell you what, some of these teamed in with the pearls. I love it too, Pauline, hence why I'm wearing it.
I hope Pauline doesn't mind, but can I ask if I can steal that combination? That sounds amazing, doesn't it? Amazonite.
With the Amazonite, it really does.
That sounds incredible.
I'm sure you don't mind, Pauline, do you? $7.95 for over 500, well, it's 550 carats, precisely. Would you be multi-buying on this
well,
right
without
now?
a doubt. As I said, $7.95 for one is just beautiful.
And it's probably easier for me to say, what won't it go with? Because I don't know, in fact, I can't think of a gemstone that it won't go with.
It's difficult to describe it, isn't it?
Champagne diamond, that's the best way I think of it.
We'll go with that.
I treated myself a few months back to a champagne diamond solitaire. That sounds way more elaborate and showy than it actually was, because I bought it from our sister channel and got an amazing deal on it. I've since had it valued and just overwhelmed. But yeah, it's distinctly similar. Similar. Wow, well done to every single one of you. Stay on those phone lines, because this next bundle, if you love this, you're going to love the next one. Box number... I haven't got that. Oh, this one. This might be one of my favourites. I love Chalcedony. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. This with that bundle just... I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to swap the busts over. I'm going to... Just because I think the lemon... And you've only invested $7.95. That's a fraction of what it could be. Let's bring the citrine in with the Chalcedony. Oh... Mark, if I was to buy these... Look at that.
That's just perfect, isn't it?
Restrand it. See, that to me is diamonds in amongst all the gorgeous Chalcedony. That to me is designer boutique jewellery. Do you agree?
Completely. No, that's a beautiful combination.
Baby blues and sort of delicate yellows like this are perfect with one another. Let me just take those down for a second so you can see the amount of Chalcedony that you're actually getting here. I'll just move that bust to one side. Again, they're substantial. They are the big nuggets, really, aren't they? They're not chips. They're not chips. These are nuggets. Double strands.
Can I just say, I thought all morning I've been thinking, when's the blue lace agate coming up? When's the blue lace agate coming up?
It does look like blue lace agate, doesn't it?
That's incredible quality.
Chalcedony to me is a gemstone which is massively underrated, but if you look at the big designer boutiques, like, well, Sarah Bennett, namely Sarah Bennett, Steve's wife, head of our design team, she has her own collection, and by the way, she's been approached by big department stores here in the UK. Can we stock your collection? Of course, she says no. She favours Chalcedony. It always sells out because this gemstone can adopt and absorb lots of colour. You can really tailor it And it can be so incredibly unique. I mean, yeah, other than blue lace agate, I can't make any other comparisons.
No,
it's a
not at
fab.
all.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Sort of Little House on the Prairie. You know, back when they used to wear the sort of lace bonnets, etc., and the sort of long dress. I don't know why, but it's got that sort of frilly like appearance, whilst being a gemstone and whilst being a nugget, effectively. It just really has got a femininity behind it. I think of Chantilly lace and things like that.
Yes, no, you're right, actually.
It's a real feminine gemstone, isn't it? Whilst being blue. My goodness, popular. I can't wait to see your pieces. Please send them in. Clear blue skies.
So what do the viewers know that you and I don't?
What do they know that we don't? That's a good point. I'm so glad you said that, Mark, because I get carried away sometimes. I forget that I haven't brought the price in. What?
Oh, that's why. See, for the strand nearest to me, that I would be happy to pay £7.95 for that alone, without a doubt. That's amazing. Can I bring across one of the strands from the next
go
kit
for it. Come over.
that I think would be incredible with that.
Oh my goodness. Right, you're getting a little bit of a sneaky peek preview of the kit.
That is just... That's what I would be doing. Just...
Will you write down this code, Mark, for me? Because I want to buy this as well.
Go on then.
Kim, can I just say, your bundles are so beautiful. So beautiful. And I love the fact that you have got one gemstone in this bundle. Do you know what I mean? Why wouldn't you do a trio of Chalcedony if you've got the possibility to do it? Why wouldn't you?
No, put the lemon quartz. Yeah, put the lemon quartz back with it. I think that's inspired.
I think this is the most popular seller of the day so far, by the way. By an absolute street. Look.
And how much was that bundle? I've forgotten.
£7.95.
So you can get both of those for under £16.
Yeah, under £16.
That's 6 strands. Yeah. Oh my word, that's amazing.
Well, if you multi-buy, like many of you are, don't forget, over £50 you get a free gift too. We've got over 50 of these in baskets.
That's stunning. Absolutely stunning.
I want this. Everything that's on my hand right now, I need in my life. It's going to be a sellout. I know our graphics are saying 48, but let's allow everybody to make their confirmations. So many of you there. And if you were thinking about the lemon quartz, now's the time to get it as well, because that will be a sellout too. Oh! Isn't that gorgeous?
That just looks so much like blue lace agate. Well, that wouldn't be £7.95, would it?
No, gosh, no. But I actually prefer... No, I can't say I prefer it. I love both, but I love Chalcedony. I love Chalcedony. Well done. Moving on to... If you've just hung up, I'm awfully sorry you're going to be dialing through again. So hang on a minute. Under £16 we've established we could buy the last 2 bundles. Oh my gosh.
I beamed when Kim told me that this is on the show today. This is my number 3 gemstone. I don't know how much is in the bundle though.
These aren't small. Okay, get this. This is going to work out at £1.85 per strand. Are you kicking yourself now, Mark, that you're here with me? Do you not want to be with me right now?
No.
Fair enough. I don't blame you. I totally feel your pain, because this and the last 2 bundles I desperately want to get hold of. Desperately. It just keeps on coming.
This would be the one for me. We've had a bit of a drought this year for fluorite.
Yeah.
I think.
And that's across all the channels, by the way.
It is it? It's right, okay.
This is almost all gone. Oh, gosh.
What?
I haven't even shown it to you yet, and it's almost all gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 double strands and 2 of the big strands.
For £12.95.
That's less than £2 a strand. It's almost all gone. Well done to every single one of you. Yeah, this with the Chalcedony, this with the lemon quartz earlier on. I mean, we have had a drought. You're right to point that out, because especially in the greens and the blues.
Yeah, completely.
Especially in the greens and the blues. This is the most, regarded as the most colourful mineral on the planet. It glows under UV light, so if you imagine this in sunlight as well, you're going to get that fantastic display and warmth of colour. It's not regarded as a phenomena gemstone, but yet it almost has those phenomena properties.
You see that carat weight?
The carat weight? No, what is it?
1,590 carats.
For £12.95. It's all gone, pretty much. If you're loving chips and nuggets, our final hour, 11 o'clock, more amazing deals, more amazing inspiration. And speaking of, it's your water thing. Still in a little bit of shock. Still in a little bit of shock. Those bundles, amazing. Beautiful. Well done. Imagine all those arriving on your doorstep.
No.
Ah, look at this. Oh, look. We were talking about Baroque pearls.
Great minds think alike.
Great minds do think alike.
Oh,
yes. Almost identical. It'll go with your necklace too. This is number 74, and it comes from Natalie, all the way from Germany. Hello to you, Natalie. And she says, "Dear JM, saw your channel when I was visiting my mum back in the UK in July. I've been hooked ever since, and I've made many pieces of jewellery. Here's one of them. Everything from JM, black and white pearls with hematite tube bracelets, finished with gimp wire and toggle clasp. Thanks to all the team." And that's Natalie over in Germany. Oh, bless you, Natalie, and thank you for sending your pieces in, and do spread the word if you possibly can. But great minds do think alike, Mark.
That's very professional, using French wire as well. That's amazing.
Gorgeous.
Well done.
Love it. Number 74. Good luck to you.
I love this idea. This lady has had a bead scoop and just stranded it. It just looks beautiful. Number 75, and this is from Ruth. Ruth is from Sussex. And Ruth says, "Hi everyone. I hope you all like this long necklace made from one of your fab bead scoops. I finished it off with a large gold S-hook so it can be worn long, or we'll make a double strand shorter length necklace. I'm hoping for a win as always. Love to everyone." And that's Ruth from Sussex. That's a
lovely.
Brilliant,
Yeah, I agree.
Idea. That's
it really is. Just thinking outside the box, just, you know.
Perfect for this time of year, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I've got number 76. Oh, look at that.
Gosh.
Beautiful. And it comes from Rose Bilton. Hello to you, Rose. And she says, "Hi, JM. This is my entry for this week. It's made with jump rings from Jewellery Maker, pearls, chains, findings, again from Jewellery Maker, with spaces from my stash. Good luck to all this week." And that's Rose Bilton. Rose, that's a beautiful piece. Gorgeous clusters and formations, aren't they? Love how those pearls drop and suspend as well. You're number 76, my darling. Good luck.
How dramatic is this look?
Ah, that is so couture.
Okay, next one I have is from Kay from West Yorkshire. And Kay says, "Hi everyone at Jewellery Maker Towers, in front of the camera and behind." I don't think our behind guys get mentioned enough, do they? No. Hope you're all well and dandy. Here is my entry for this week: a suite of jewellery, necklace, bracelet and earrings. I've mixed the findings using silver-plated and gold-plated metal. The gems are black and white striped agate faceted drops with oblong pillows. Everything from yourselves, of course. I hope they're good enough for the wall. Good luck to all fellow waffers and for me. Please keep the laughter and great bargains coming." That's lots of love from Kay in West Yorkshire. Imagine your face when you open that Christmas morning.
Yeah, exactly. It's couture jewellery.
Yeah,
you know, that's
incredible.
That's, that black and gold, beautiful, and the use of sterling silver colour in there as well. Love it. I've got number 78. Look at this combination of shapes.
Photographs.
And me, bring back photographs.
Yes, here.
Bring them back. And it comes from Alana Hawthorne in Inverness. Hello all, this is a black shell necklace, all bits and pieces from JM. Miss you guys after 12. Oh, well, listen, we're Oh, is that with Freeview? I see what you mean with the Freeview. And that's from Alana in Inverness. Beautiful photograph there, Alana, and a wonderful piece of jewellery, again, incorporating both different shapes, which I love. And again, attention to detail, just one of those gemstones there suspending down the back. Incredible. Good luck, you're number 78. Keep those entries coming into the Wall of Fame, of course. The Wall of Fame draw will happen on Wednesday. Now, we've got coming up a little bit later on so many bundles. We've got brand new strands, including your favourite gemstone. Your favourite gemstone. We've got a beryl coming up at 11 o'clock and this wonderful kit. This kit will sell out. This kit will sell out, won't it? Shall we give you a little sneaky peek?
It's rather special.
Lots of people texting about the necklace, by the way. Can I just a little sneaky peek.
They are the biggest pearls I have ever worked with.
It was meant to be a sneaky peek. I'm loitering, aren't I? I'm loitering. Stop loitering, Elle. Okay. More deals to bring you until the top of the hour. Now, well, all day actually. What am I talking about? Box number... Sorry, Kim, what was that box number? Ah, I got it. There we go. Off the chart Labradorite. There's reds in here. Reds, why do I say reds first? Red is the rarest colour to get in your Labradorite. It's basically referring to lengths of wavelengths that the colours actually colour. This. I'm saying that straight away because it's like me going, oh, it's tanzanite. Oh, and by the way, it's quad A. That basically is the difference. It's like me not. Do you see what I mean?
Completely.
You go quad A tanzanite, so you get it's the finest grade tanzanite. This has got red Labradorite. Basically what I'm referring to, and I will go through every single one. Oh, firstly, they're stacked on the actual strand. If you love the phenomena effect of Labradorite, then this is what we're looking for ultimately. Any gemologist, any accredited jewellery professional, any of our jewellery makers. See those flashes of reds coming through? And it's not just on one; it's across every single one, pretty much. Look, let's go to this one here. Oh my goodness, look at that. Wait.
That is amazing. That's nearly lime green.
How much colour spectrums have you got there? Green, yeah.
Oh, I see the red there, look.
See the red, see the yellow, see the gold, see the blues. Oh my goodness.
Gosh, that's incredible.
I'm struggling to hold them because there's so many on there.
Do you remember a couple of years ago we struggled to see any colour under the lights, didn't we? And our quality of Labradorite this year has just been outstanding.
Yeah, and by the way, Hannah Oxbury, one of our gemologists, was saying exactly the same to me the other day. She was like, the quality of our Labradorite is just astonishing.
I love that dark blue in the corner of the screen.
Which way is it? I'm trying to get there, that one.
That one. I love that really dark blue. That's it.
You've almost got like an island in the centre. It's like the Maldives, isn't it?
That blue is electric, isn't it?
That is like the Maldives, isn't it, from a plane? You can imagine those little islands and the blues all around. Every single one is displaying incredible amount reds there again. Where is it? And you'll see them when you separate them out. It's a lot easier to actually see in those Labradorite. And again, here in the studios, it actually doesn't do our Labradorite any favours. Wait till you see it in natural daylight. There are so many. Oh no. Need I say any more? That's entirely what we look for in a Labradorite strand. All of that amazing labradescence, and that's all under the studio lighting here. I mean, look. It's only going to be added to when you get it home, when you see it in whoa! I love that. You kind of want to go woof, don't you? Oh, it's breathtaking, isn't it? Look, across both sides, every single gemstone is displaying that Labradescence, beautiful displays of colours, rich blues just here that Mark was drawn to. I'm drawn to every single one that has that red in, but they're all already. Janice, Zara, guest designer Gem, Anita in Derbyshire, you're with me as well. I mean, this is creme de la creme, isn't it? Creme de la creme. It's going to be what? Sorry, Kim. I'd go as far as saying this is your quad A to Labradorite. Would you agree?
Yeah, no, completely. Every single stone, you're not having to try to show the colour, are you? It's just there in your face.
There. It's draped across the back of my hand. It's all there. So for those of you that don't know what quad A is, it's the best possible tanzanite. This is like me bringing you a D diamond, D-colourless diamond. It's like me bringing, it's some of the finest that I have ever seen. I mean, look at that. It's like a rainbow has been encapsulated there, encased, isn't it, by Mother Nature. You can almost see the definitions of lines across every single one of those faceted drops. I mean, they're just exquisite. Let me turn it around the other way. I'm not afraid to do this. I know the quality of this strand. Just turned it round.
That dark blue is incredible. I've never seen such a strong dark blue before. That's just beautiful. Look at that. This gemstone is going to be gemstone of the year again, I think, this year.
I think it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe pearls popular? This strand with pearls. Wouldn't it be incredible?
I'd put it with a turquoise.
You'd put it with a turquoise? I'd put it with that blue strand that we brought in earlier on. That would look amazing. Oh, Pauline, Carol, well done. Glasgow, well done. Claire, more. I can't keep up with all the names, but to every single one of you that is getting creme de la creme, supreme, pinnacle. That's what is on its way to you if you've made those confirmations. Oh, well done. We've got a text message in from Jan in Gloucestershire. Me again. I bought those Labradorite last week on opening my package. The Schiller shone through the bag, and the bubble wrap. The blue is breathtaking.
Wow.
I can believe that. I mean, how many metres away are you right now?
3.
3 metres. Could you see the blues?
Yeah, every single stone.
Could you see the reds? I can believe that.
Wow.
Well done. Box number 12.
Oh, what's that? No, I think the colour of the cord might give it away. Normally, is it garnet?
When was the last time you saw garnet rounds?
Gosh, I haven't seen faceted in ever. For those of you that don't know, garnet is grossly misunderstood. Yes, it's a gemstone family, and unfortunately, there's no such thing as a semi-precious stone anymore in accordance to the Gemological Institute of America. Oh. They don't use that terminology anymore. And garnet was under that category, which is really inaccurate, to be honest, because some of the world's rarest gemstones actually come in that family. Zavarite garnet, your spessartite garnet, your colour change garnet are some of the rarest in the world. When it comes to your rhodolites or your Rajasthans that you see on our sister channels, it's all about that richness of sort of Merlot reds. Now, we are, or rather my boss said recently, and never say never, this might change, but currently he says we cannot commission quality garnet like this into sterling silver. Our new collections will not be in sterling silver, they will be in gold, because it's so difficult to get hold of. We have got a cutting house and our offices over in Jaipur, which we've got mining locations around there, so if we're struggling to get hold of the supreme quality, you can bet your bottom dollar that's globally. So right now there's a real issue when it comes to your Rajasthans or your rhodolite garnets. It's the first time that I have brought you faceted rounds in I do not know how long. Yes, I've brought you nuggets. I did only a couple of days ago and it sold out.
And the price point was absolutely absurd. Right now, grab it whilst you can. Rhodolite garnet, take it out into natural daylight, it'll sing, it literally comes to life because it's so dazzlingly refractive. It's a natural gemstone. If I take this off my hand, it's all about the rich, passionate, full-bodied reds. It's not the same as ruby. There's no comparison in my eyes. It's a full-bodied glass of red wine sort of colour. Can I humour you? I'll do my best.
You've got a torch there. Could you put it in front of the torch? It's just incredible. I've never seen an effect like this.
I can do that.
That's just amazing. That's beautiful. How rich is that?
It
That's
is. It's the richest of red.
Yeah.
That's the difference, isn't it? It's.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Ruby is very rich and vibrant, but this is. You can imagine it having density to it.
Sometimes
this
it looks
gemstone.
quite light purple in colour when you hold it in front of a torch, but this is just 100%.
It is. And like I said, if you said, Elle, you mentioned refraction, what does that mean? It's a gemstone which can bend and play with the light. Garnet is highly, highly refractive. That's why it is often favoured by your Tiffany's, your Chanel's, your Van Cleef & Arpels, your Bulgari, because it really, really can pop with its internal brilliance and also its natural colour. Maureen, multi-buying, well done. Anita, well done to you. Kay, London's there. Diane in the Scottish borders and getting involved. Many of you on the phone lines, poised and waiting to pounce. It's that classic size, a 6mm round and faceted. So every single one of these solitaires has not only been shaped, but faceted to bring you that wonderful surface luster. If you love your 1920s jewellery, we've been seeing quite a lot of spinel and pearls. This would work wonderfully with those, wouldn't it? Some black spinel, some pearls, and you're away. And you're absolutely away. Gorgeous luster. And here in the studios, yeah, granted, it does look quite dark. Get this home. Use that 30 days. Take it out. The first thing that I would encourage anyone to do, if this is in your added to your order, get this home. Take it out into natural daylight. Even if it's at sort of a cloudy or overcast day, like I'm sure today is, you'll see that real rich, full-bodied colour. Over half the stock is gone. Can I just repeat what my boss said to us the other day? We are not able to commission any garnet of supreme quality in sterling silver. It has to be in your gold because the price has dramatically increased and the supply is currently scarce. Currently. Wow, well done. We've got a message from Margaret in Bristol. Hi folks, great show. Those are going to light up a string of pearls. They are, aren't they? That's what I thought as well, Margaret. These with some, would you put white pearls or champagne pearls?
I'll pass you these just to show how big they are.
Yeah.
I can't get over this kit.
Look, 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 look. It does light up pearls, doesn't it? It's so beautiful. 1920s, isn't it?
If ever I'm making a garnet memory wire cuff, I always use white pearls.
Yeah, I think so. I think they are like Mr. and Mrs., aren't they? Like bread with butter. It would look lovely incorporated into the necklace Elle is wearing, Gail says. Yeah, I agree. Shall I hold it up? Shall I hold it up for you? Oh, it would. And on the décolletage, it's really going to be, visible with light. So you'll really see it sing. In amongst the sort of coffees and the champagne tones you've got here, yeah, it would look amazing. I need to move on. Congratulations to every single one of you. Let's bring you some beautiful findings to go along with these incredible high-end gemstones. These. Okay, for all the high-end gemstones we've brought you thus far this morning, and I've still got that beryl, I've still got new ins to bring you. You need your high-end findings, don't you? Never be frightened to use sterling silver. If you're new to Jewellery Maker, it's actually one of the most, the easiest metals to actually incorporate because it has got a softness to it. One thing I always repeat you on, Mark, actually, is where you say sterling silver shepherd hook earrings are probably some of the most time-effective and cost-effective pieces of jewellery to make. But have you seen shepherd hooks like these? Now, they are stamped. but they almost create like a floating design, so you can't actually see where the gemstone gets attached. I'll hold one of these up for you. Can you see that? So it's like they're floating. Those gemstones will be floating from those. If I turn it around, all will become clear.
Oh yes, that's clever.
Because they're tucked away. Aren't they gorgeous? You are getting 2 pairs of these. So a substantial amount of sterling silver with your gold overlay. This with the beryl, this with those beautiful green amethyst earlier on. This with the Chalcedony would look incredible. This with the pearls that are coming up. Yeah, it's with your pearl kit. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
There are no findings with the kit, by the way, and they are big, some of the biggest pearls that we've ever seen. So yeah, you're going to want to get, you're going to need to get your findings. It comes with 2 of your shepherd hooks, comes with your crimp beads, your crimp covers, your bolt rings, your head pins, and they're the lovely round head pins. Can you see those? So they've got, oopsie, if I can hold them, there's so many I can't even pick them up. Let me try again.
Is gold plate dipped or sprayed onto the sterling silver?
Dipped.
It is dipped, isn't it?
It is dipped, yeah.
Right.
I saw it being done actually, but it sounds really easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not.
No, I can
it's
imagine.
really not.
There's no drippages or anything, is there?
No, it basically they create moulds. It depends from a department, I suppose, not department, establishment to establishment, but yeah. They create a mould, and yeah, they'll obviously have the sterling silver, and then it is dipped. But yeah, it's not a case of dunk, dunk, dunk.
No, that's what we imagine, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes through, I think, about 10 different trays to actually make sure it's a finished product like this, or rather we do here at Jewellery Maker. Let's bring that price tag in, because so many of you are already there. Now, we should be at £14.95 for 2 lobsters. Lobster claw clasp, rather than me finish my sentence. 2 pairs of shepherd hooks, the head pins, the chain, the bracelet alone. Let's honour the launch price for you. £11.95. £26 per finding.
Whenever I make a necklace using sterling silver, I always start £5 for the clasp and then work up from that. So with the 2 clasps, that's £10.
Yeah.
And everything else for £2.
So what you're telling me, Mark, is this bracelet here would be, how much would you charge for that?
That would be £10 before any gemstones were added.
And that's a good price.
Yeah, I suppose actually.
That's an amazing price.
Yeah.
You know, I'd happily pay that 10 times over. And do you know this is the longer length too? I'm just wondering if this would be an anklet size.
Well, I would do the bracelet and then a little bit of chain, just do matching. I'm thinking of that garnet we've just had. So a garnet charm bracelet, would it go around your ankle?
Not quite, but I've got quite big ankles. It might just be me. Might just be me. Double buy, if you multi-buy, you're sorted, aren't you? But certainly around my wrist. Certainly around the wrist. Gorgeous. We've got the rose gold version coming up next as well, which is a slightly different link. So it's more of a flat link. So that's coming up in a few moments' time. Leave that with you. Good luck. Check out as soon as you can, because already loads of you are there. And you'll need your findings for the kit that's coming up. They are big, some of the biggest pearls that I've seen. Look at this, straight into the rose gold. I have to show this first. I'm in love with this bracelet.
It's a substantial link, isn't it?
Isn't that gorgeous, that bracelet? We'll keep the gold at the bottom of the screen, so if you want to get both. But this is a unique link to me. So you've taken what is, I suppose, a belcher, a standard belcher chain, but then flattened the link. Look at the performance luster. It's like a strobe light. Oh, Kim, is this the pack where I asked you if it's an administrative error? I know. Don't you just love the way everybody has to really slow down when they say that word?
Administrative. I can't say it.
Administrative. It's really hard to say, isn't it?
Administrative.
This is one of those. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Believe it or not, this should be. And again, you've got 2 of your shepherd hooks. You've got all of your head pins here. The round head pins. Long length as well. 2 of your shepherd hooks, your crimp beads, your bolt rings and crimp covers. Should be £15.95. And my eyes are glued. I'm following you guys right now. Webbitters, you're already ahead of me. What? 22 pence per finding. This chain is 22p.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to be doing some shopping today, aren't I? And do you know what I'll do? Do you know? Oh, stop committing. Kim's reminding me. Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what I'm going to be doing? This lobster claw done. Obviously your ends as well. I would pay double that price tag for the bracelet alone. For rose gold. Don't be surprised if this is non-screen sellout, because by the way, I'm certain that so many of you will be thinking, oh, well, I'm going to make the most of this error. It's got, listen, I'm assuming, it just does look like it. It does look like there's a little bit of a mishap. A little bit of, and they do happen.
So it costs more on the web price, but we bought it down less than the gold plated.
Yes.
That sounds a bit odd.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't quite make... So much so my eyes started twitching. That's an incredible deal. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, if you have just tuned in or tuned in over the past couple of hours, maybe you fancied a little bit of a lie-in this morning, you'd have missed out on our early bird. Don't worry, we will be recapping. Now, not just one. To me, large. Medium. This is not small. Small to me are the little teeny weeny ones.
What I do sometimes, if I've got different size busts, is I lay the smaller one on its side, lean up against the bigger one, and then I hang my earrings along the rim.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
A nice idea.
All along the rim, and they sit really nicely on there.
Lovely idea. Wipeable, transportable, luxury, high-end, certainly what the big boutique establishments use in their shop fronts. And I truly believe that these could be at a wholesale price. I'm only going by my past experience of buying them myself. As having my own jewellery business, I would have to invest in stands, and it was a considerable investment. It was a substantial investment. I mean, look at the difference that it makes to your genuine gemstones having quality design, stands like this to show them off. You only have to look at our pictures, I suppose, of the various different guest designers' pieces, Mark, you know, that we photograph. Don't you think that putting your jewellery on something like this as opposed to maybe a cardboard stand, it's respecting the piece, it's respecting the time that you've invested into it, and you know,
I think I can categorically say, hand on heart, I've sold more necklaces off busts than I have from just laying on the top of my craft store table.
I agree.
3-4 times as many, easily.
Well, it's like, you know, as if we might not even recognise that we're doing it. Marketing, whole departments in companies, we might not actually notice. My dad is a prime example when it comes to shopping. Doesn't mess around. He will walk into his favourite shops and go, whatever that mannequin's wearing just there, I like it, I'll have it all. And he just buys all.
That's good way of shopping.
That's the way he shops. He goes, I like everything that mannequin's wearing, I'll have it. These are my sizes.
That's a good idea, actually.
So, a lot of retailers will actually use their busts to push pieces, but also to show them off, because that's what grabs our attention. It's what grabs our attention. We're going to need to bring that price in for you. Are getting all 4, and don't forget you are getting also the ring stands as well. Every bone in my body tells me that just one of these I used to invest double figures for. I did, and that's direct from a wholesaler up in Manchester. I don't mind sharing that with you. Long before Jewellery Maker was ever established, so to be getting all 4, if you are maybe thinking about your craft stores, maybe you've been doing craft stores and you know you're wanting to upgrade your busts, now's the time to do it. Now is the time to be doing it. Do check out though as soon as you can, and you only pay the 1 postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day, so irrespective of whether you order 10 of these, stock permitting obviously, as in this is 1. Can you imagine the size of the box that arrived?
Well, all of us guest designers work with busts while we're making the jewellery for the show, because you need something to hold it up against. So these two sizes and a ring, that's perfect for your workroom. You know, if
really
you don't do
is.
craft fairs, or just have one on your bedside table. You know, I don't know what do they call them?
Dressing tables,
table. That's
yeah.
the word.
Yeah.
With all your jewellery on.
Lovely.
So, no,
so lovely. I've got to move on because I've got to quickly squeeze in box number 2 from 10 o'clock. Now this is last in stock. If you're watching just then going, well, I only want the rings, I've got 29 of these available. And
gosh, they're nice.
They are nice, aren't they? You're getting 5 in total.
Gosh, I like those.
Aren't they lovely? I used to line them up across the front of a table. All the rings. Rings and necklaces and earrings. Which is your biggest seller?
Earrings.
Earrings. Can't remember. Rings would certainly be up there, but then would certainly be up there with mine. But yeah, I used to line them all across the front, and I always only used these rather than the trays. I made the mistake. Correction. I did buy the trays initially, but then because naturally to actually pick those rings up, we grab the gemstones, don't we, or the actual piece, and then that's you know. It's actually either could be damaging, and it's certainly making them a bit grubby, especially if they've got sort of hand cream, etc. So these you can actually pick up the stand, and that's what I would encourage to do. Yeah, they're solid, aren't they?
That's really contemporary look, isn't it?
Yeah, tapered edge, so they will be all sizes. There's over half the stock has gone. We only had 29, $6.95. I know that going back 5 years ago, I would not have been able to buy these for that price point from a wholesaler. And I'm not including my travelling costs and my parking fees and everything. I would not have been able to buy these at that price point. No way. Definitely not. Now, we have got a very short break, and then we've got my presenters pick that wonderful strand of beryl. We have got the final kit with Mark, which is just astonishing. So many text messages coming in about that kit, by the way. It is going to be an entire sellout, so make sure you do stay tuned. We have got over 100, but they're going to fly. They are going to fly. They're some of the biggest bills that I've ever seen. Absolutely incredible. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget the education hour is up also. We have got an hour of the big 5, so much more to see after this.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck!
Join us this December at our Gemporia Christmas Ball. Meet your favourite faces from across the channels and enjoy an evening of festive fun as we head back to Warwickshire to the beautiful Wroxall Abbey. Tickets are more limited than last year, but priced at £89 per person, they're already selling out fast. The evening includes a welcome drink, 3-course meal and a chance to dance as the lounge's very own Drew Nichols will again be singing with his band Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. With auction prizes to bid on and raffle prizes to be won, the evening will be raising money for the Colourful Life Foundation. So don't delay, book your tickets today on 0333 400 0011. See you at Christmas.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques. Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Aquamarine is a member of the beryl family. So this family is named after its chemical composition, beryllium aluminium silicate. Aquamarine itself is a lovely light blue to deep green colour, and as such is named after the sea, aquamarine. Sailors in sort of myths and legends or in history used to offer aquamarine as a token to the sea to ensure safe passage as they travelled. Aquamarine can be found in many locations, but it's often discovered in Brazil, Madagascar and also Zambia. Aquamarine can be identified not only by its RI and colour, but also due to the fact this stone has inclusions within it which are called rain. Now these are tubular structures that contain sometimes liquid filled, but they are very, very unique to aquamarine itself.
So, a gemstone like Monet's palette of paint. You can see the soft pastels, you can see the wonderful secondary hues, you can see fabulous demonstrations of triachroism and variations of tones. Beryl is, in my eyes, certainly one of the most elegant. I think it just personifies femininity. Now, the only negative is that I have a limited quantity of these. Earlier on, or last week just, we brought you some of the, well, not some of, the finest strand of sapphire that I'd ever seen here on Jewellery Maker, and it sold out in an instant. Now this is, again, some of the finest that you could possibly wish for, but also some of the most substantial 235 carats of your multicolour beryl. I mean, the morganites have got that depth of pink. The aquamarine has got that beautiful, beautiful summer day sky blue. You've got goshenite, you've got heliodor tones within as well. It is a strand of all different pastel hues. For those of you that have favoured soft delicacy or femininity, perhaps you consider yourself to be a bit of a girly girl, or perhaps you just love gemstones that are going to complement all different variations and skin tones, then this is the one for you. They are sizable, they are effortless, and they are without shadow of a doubt some of the best grade. I mean, look at the qualities of your morganite. I'm just going to zone in for 1 second, and feel free to peruse elsewhere if you wish, if you're drawn down to the aquamarine at the bottom or the gorgeous greens here. I'm zoning in on these wonderful baby pinks, because I'm going to suggest that that morganite there is some of the most intensely saturated morganite that I've ever seen. Isn't it vibrant? Isn't it intense? There's something about beryl in the romance of this gorgeous gemstone. For hundreds of years, throughout all different centuries and eras, we have been adorning ourselves with aquamarine, especially probably one of the most favoured for all women up and around the world. Morganite is a more newcomer, is a relative newcomer to the entire gemstone world, discovered in Parlour in the beginning of the 1900s, and ever since that discovery it has been an instant hit with big department stores around. Well, Tiffany's & Co. most certainly are a massive advocator of it, and if Tiffany's & Co. have got behind it, similarly to your tanzanite, it is going to be a global leader, and a global leader in terms of desirability and also beauty. So beryl will pick up its colours from different trace elements that are present within this gemstone without getting too scientific. It's iron with your aquamarine, it's manganese with your morganite. But those tiny, tiny, tiny trace elements will decipher this gemstone's beautiful, beautiful colouring. There is nothing like it to actually complement maybe a bridal dress. There is nothing more complimentary for bridesmaids, for ultimate feminine pieces of jewellery. I mean, I've been odling over this strand for the entirety of the show, and I know I am not alone. I only wish I had a bigger quantity. There is just over 50, or I should say there were just over 50 of these available in the world. Look at that depth of aquamarine blue at the bottom, isn't it amazing? Substantial, individual, solitaires, exemplary quality and grade. Some of the finest that I've seen in terms of its intensity of colour. This is not aquamarine, which is almost colourless, or morganite, which is similarly so. This is rich, and it's at £39 and 95 pence only. This was some pearls. Yeah, well, guess what? We've got pearls coming up after this, which will go beautifully. I mean, it's so... Do you notice, Mark, how my tone of voice has softened?
Yeah, completely changed.
I've just noticed it as well. Whenever I think about beryls and aquamarines, and not so much your emeralds, because I know emerald is part of the beryl family, but emerald is like, it's totally different, isn't it, to this gemstone?
I think they're the most romantic gemstones.
They
the
are.
Beryl group,
I think they're feminine.
Yes.
They're alluring. They're captivating. Stay where you are on those phone lines. I need to move on because it is time for the kit. The kit of the day.
I think so.
The kit of the month? Kit of the year? Potentially. Bring the graphics in straight away. Oh my goodness, Mark, I'm excited. There are so many of you, by the way, messaging into the studio about this, and you have done since, well, the past hour, most definitely. We've been talking about it all morning.
Yes.
These are, did you notice me doing this? Some of the biggest pearls that I've ever seen, and it's not just one strand. 7 times over.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Some of the most beautiful colours ever.
They really are, aren't they? You've got your sort of aquatic teals, you've got beautiful paraiba or swimming pool blues, you've got your purples, you've got almost black.
Well, I thought it was sort of a spring and summer, and then you've got your autumn winter, and then you've got your Christmas party strand, all in one bundle. I
would multi-buy this bundle. I'm not this kit rather. I'm not just saying that because I love pearls, or because I think this is the most affordable way to buy some of the biggest pearls that we've ever seen. Would you agree?
Without doubt, biggest I've ever worked with.
I mean, look at this necklace. Can I show the necklace that I've been wearing first off? Can I see the... Oh my goodness, look at the phone lines.
But I would sell the necklace you're wearing, I would sell for £70.
And again, I say it to every guest designer, I think that's really affordable. For the amount of pearls that you've got in here, your time, the beauty of it, and how many strands are incorporated into this?
Just over 2 altogether.
Just over 2? Do you know what this kit's going to? The price tag?
No. I think it's $34.99. No, okay. No, I don't know then.
It should
don't say that.
should really start with a 4 or 5.
Well, that's what I thought. Yes.
$26.95 for easily some of the biggest pearls that we've ever brought you. That's working out at pearls £3. Let me take them off the off the stand for you. £3.85 per strand. But they're not small. These aren't rice beads. These aren't. Sorry, sorry. I'm shouting a little bit because I'm getting really excited. I'm really excited. Then they're not the small individual ones, which are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. They're not the teeny weeny ones which you use in soutache or something like that. These are. I mean, I'm guessing double figure by double figure probably. They're massive, aren't they? Over half the stock has already gone. That's how popular this kit is. That's how desired this kit has been. I mean, the reality, and I'm sure we've all recognised it, and I know I say it every single time I bring you pearls like this, one of those strands would have, if I go back, trace my steps back 3 years ago, would have been at that price tag. One of those. 60 of these are in baskets. 60. 60, that is, are in your basket. If they are and you haven't checked out, you could miss out. Don't be told that, oh sorry, you've been unsuccessful, it has sold out, because it's not a case of if, it's a case of it will. 100%. There are 30 remaining in the world. And I can't keep it, there's no point me naming names. There are so many of you there. Tons. Oodles.
That's a phenomenal price. I can't believe that.
It is going to be a sellout. I've got to move on. I do have to move on. Now, before we come over to Mark, who's going to be showing you his amazing pieces, Amelia, 2 seconds ago, you can vouch for this.
I know, I just saw
watched across the studios, plonked it there, bless her, you know, look.
I know.
Walked off, toddled off, and both Mark and I...
Double take. I know. It's just there. It's just looking at me now. Wow, 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 wow. This is rather special.
This with that bundle. These are like gold nuggets. You know, you know, as you can imagine, gold being mined. That's what this is.
Yes.
To me, it's like gold nuggets. Fabulous for sort of Grecian or Egyptian jewellery, along with the pearls maybe incorporated into the necklace that I am wearing. They are like gold nuggets, aren't they? I love that shape.
You need sunglasses, don't you? They're so bright.
They really are. It's, of course, a genuine gemstone, which has got that golden colour coating over the top. I mean, look, I love the fact that you've got some angles which are very... dramatic and quite architectural, rather, I should say. I mean, look at this one at the top. Just look at every single one I could go through, and look at that one.
Because that's not a facet, is it? That's natural.
That's natural.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Rough nuggets, yeah. That's literally not been shaped that way.
No.
Showing off its formation.
It's amazing.
It does almost look like identical to gold, doesn't it? Which, if this were, then you'd be looking at thousands upon thousands of pounds. Pyrite is a rare, beautiful, lustrous, precious metal. We've incorporated some of that golden coating, just one of those, maybe with that pearl bundle that you've got, pearl kit rather, that you've just seen. It couldn't be any newer. It arrived in the studio seconds ago, really, with a lovely Amelia, who whilst I was talking to you about that pearl kit, which is looking like it has already sold out. Has it sold out? Gone. Yeah, that was when it was dropped in front of us. Stella and Somerset have the silver version, amazing, in a bracelet. Oh, yeah.
It's incredible.
Just a couple of those on a sterling silver gold-plated
really
chain.
Grab your eye, wouldn't it? Bring attention to
yeah, because
people
would go, oh gosh, look at that gold necklace. I would. That's what I would think. What about this with the necklace that I'm wearing? A couple of those...
Yeah, just dotted around. You need 3 or 4, wouldn't you? Not any more than that.
I've been multi-buying on this. Again, hugely popular. Many of you thinking I'm going to use it with the pearls, I assume. Many of you thinking I'm going to use it with well, anything. It's going to go with so much, isn't it? Brand new. Already, I've got a full row of names on the web. We've got jewellery makers on the phone lines as well. What do they know that you don't? Listen, I haven't got a clue either. No. I didn't know that price point until then, the moment you did too. On your screen.
Can I guess?
Guess. You haven't looked yet.
$17.95.
Do you want to have a little look? You're nowhere near.
Oh, really?
$9.95.
Okay. I know exactly what I do with it as well. I'll put it with that beryl strand you just had.
Yeah.
I think it will look incredible with that.
Oh, it really would. Gold with your aquamarine would be amazing. Yeah. Absolutely. But then also with what I'm wearing right now, just a couple of them dotted in. How many do we have of these, Kimbo?
Wow.
We had 167. Already 50% of the stock is gone. I've just, I mean, you wouldn't need that many. I'm just thinking a couple of them fused in.
Yeah.
Claire and Bridget, I have these, and I have made a bracelet and teamed it with turquoise. Oh yeah, that sounds incredible, doesn't it? Sounds absolutely incredible. Now, Mark, I'll just put that to one side because the kit has actually sold out, unfortunately, now. But you've made some really substantial gem-heavy pieces here.
I'm just going to look at the gold against the necklace from the first kit.
Yes.
Oh my word, that's incredible. That was a good, yeah, thank you for that text back then. That was amazing. Wow.
Good idea. A good idea.
Dear.
Let's show off all your gorgeous pieces here. I mean, this is incredible. Very pearl heavy, gem heavy, but yet you've probably not even dented that kit.
No, it's ridiculous. I've used all of the autumnal tones.
Yeah.
I've still got a third of the pink and quite a lot of the blues, and I've used all of the white as well because I've used that in both sets.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But these aren't, they're not light, you know, these are substantial. And going back, have you ever seen that size of pearls before?
I've never worked with them. That size before.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. They're not 10 by 4. I was going to say, what's that all about? That's your pyrite, yeah. No, they are some of the most substantial, and especially to be able to get 7 strands as well. Anyway, I'm talking about a kit that's already sold out. I'm awfully sorry, but yeah, I mean, that cascade, that waterfall design, love it. And I love the fact that you have got such variations of colours within there.
I still can't get over that. Because that tassel there, you can actually detach that and you can still wear it as a necklace and you can make another piece of jewellery with that.
Oh yes, it's on a bolt ring.
Yeah, so you can just detach that and wear it because the necklace is beautiful. It reminded me of a mayoral chain, something that a mayor would wear. You know, they wear those big gold.
Yes, it does, yeah.
It looks very similar to that. Yeah, it's
absolutely. Amazing. So what is it you're going to be demonstrating for us?
Now this features on the Craft Fair Tips DVD, so if anyone has it at home, they'll be able to watch the complete demo from start to finish. And this is a take on the goddess bracelet, which you're a fan of. You like the goddess bracelet.
Yeah, I do.
But this is a goddess necklace, so you can imagine making 3 goddess bracelets.
I feel like a goddess in it.
Do you?
Yeah.
And then plaiting them together, which is a straightforward 3-braid wrap, and that's pretty much it. So I'll show you the basics.
It is my favourite design that you make.
I love it. It's so simple as well. So I rummaged in my stash at home, and I've used a bit of wire. So for the lazy strands, of which there are 2 in this particular technique, I've used a 0.6 antique bronze. And for this, you need to make your own jump rings. Okay. Now I was very lucky enough to have in my stash a reel of 1.25, so it's a really, really strong antique bronze wire. But as I said, you can use the same technique with all of the colours, but you need something a bit more substantial to make your jump rings with, okay? And to make the jump rings, I use my trusty gizmo coiler, which I've got at home. And this is the large mandrel from the deluxe, so it's the thickest. So basically, that's making it time effective as well, isn't it? Use your gizmo. Yeah, completely, utterly. So I managed to, the longest part of doing this is closing the jump rings again. So how have you cut through that gizmo wire then? Just using my flush cutter pliers. And all I've done is... Oh, snip, snip, snip. Yeah, so I've just snipped, cut. Cool. Right, so okay. That's not that clicking you could hear all the way through your... Oh, okay, right. So it's really simple. Even with 1.25, I mean, they go through so easily. They do, yeah. So all you need to do then is you just need to go in and cut your jump rings. And I'm sure Fleur has shown the videos many times how to make jump rings with the gizmo coiler. It's one of my favourite little hobbies. So we've got our 2... lazy strands, okay? And we need to remember we alternate sides, so left, right, left, right, left, right, okay? So for your necklace, I laid them all out how I wanted them to sit, okay? But I've just got a little stash of pearls here that I'm just going to choose one of. So we're going to take 1 pearl, which we're going to thread on the left-hand side. And again, 0.6, we can get 0.8 through these holes, so they're large holes. So if you wanted a pearl knot, with the Zari core that we had earlier, with those vibrant colours, you can do that with these. Because they're the bigger pearls, essentially, so you can actually warrant a bigger hole with that. So yeah, okay. So we've got a bead on the left-hand side, then we take our 2 wires and we pop on a jump ring over both of them. So it couldn't be simpler. Okay, push it up to the top. Then we put the pearl on the left side, so we're going to put the rail on the right side this time. Let's go for a different colour. I think my favourite colour of all of the 7 is this sort of tawny, mushroomy colour. It's really unusual. I've never seen it before.
It is like a beigey, shimmering.
So to go with your lemon quartz earlier, I think would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's on the right side, so we gather both our wires.
2 jump rings.
Pop on a jump ring, like so. And then we move on to the left-hand side, so let's pop on one of the whites.
Whilst you're alternating, because you're going to do that for a while, I assume.
I will, yeah.
Can you imagine incorporating those into it?
I saw those earlier. I was thinking of the cross with that necklace from the first kit. Just popping one of those on the bottom.
These are so low in stock, though. We were lucky enough to bring these a couple of weeks ago. It's the first time ever that I've seen pearls form like this.
Just imagining the size of the mollusk that it must come from.
Yeah. Like, they're the Arnold Schwarzenegger of mollusks, aren't they? I mean, yeah, these are beautiful. You're getting 5 of your pearl crosses. I love those shapes. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Very dramatic.
They look like seagulls. You could use them in a sea piece.
Oh, they do.
So with the turquoisey pearls from this kit, it would be amazing if you incorporated those.
Gosh, they do, don't they?
If you place one on a necklace you're wearing, it looks like it's flying across your necklace. It
really does. They're 30 by 50 millimetres, and you're getting 5 within one set. So you can see they're all totally and utterly natural. Isn't that fascinating? I'm trying to think what the mollusk was thinking to grow like this. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's just like, okay, what was the motion of the ocean for the mollusk to form like this?
The motion of the ocean. I like that.
Yeah, because you can understand circular or oval, can't you? Because obviously, and your bee was to a certain degree, because they're either from one side to the other and so on. So this would have had to go on all different angles. So unique, and I love them for that reason. I mean, there's nothing like it. I've never seen cross-shaped pearls previously before. Never. Yes, maybe in your mother of pearl, where they'd been sort of they were like a jigsaw puzzle or like a mosaic or something like that. We've got multi-buyers on this, by the way. They are breathtaking. I think just wire wrap one of those, suspend it from the piece that you've got, maybe that you're making right now.
Oh yeah, no, you could do that, couldn't you? Incorporate it in. You could put one in each row of 3, for example, couldn't you?
You really could. They're incredible, aren't they? Almost half the stock is already gone. Let me just put them on the back of my hand, because you are getting loads in this as well. Look at that one. That's my favourite, I think.
Yes.
That is like a kiss as well, isn't it?
Amazing light pull in a bathroom it would be if you had a seaside bathroom.
Do you know what? I need a new light pull.
Do you?
I keep talking about it. Yeah, one of Tom's friends pulled our light pull out the thingy, so now
no.
I've got, and he's really tall as well, so I've got to like jump to try and turn the light on. So yeah, I need one. Yeah, this with the Zari ribbon.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
I've got to bring that price in. $7.95.
What?
$7.95. These are natural, right?
Oh, my word.
£1.59 each. I've never even seen them that shape before. I mean,
You've never seen them before? I've never seen them.
Haven't you? I've seen them once previously on Jewellery Maker, and I've been lucky enough to bring them, but now we've got the last in stock, so that's it. 50. There's 50 available. Once they're gone, they're absolutely gone.
They look like little aeroplanes on your hand.
Do you know that one? Oh, it does. He looks like a bit like a whale.
Yeah. Oh yes, look at that. Blue whale.
He does. I love these.
Mother Nature's amazing.
Is it a manta ray?
Yeah.
Not a manta ray. What are the ones with the manatee? Looks like a manatee, that's it. Don't know what noise manatees make. Wow. I have no idea, but they're really soft and gentle, aren't they, manatees?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Loads of you there, loving it. So yeah, I'm seeing these incorporated into your goddess design. So I'm not winking, I've got something in my eye. Oh no. Okay. So you've alternated back and forth.
So I've alternated back and forth. So in effect, that would be your goddess bracelet. Okay, if you wanted to twist and put a clasp on the end. So to finish it off, all I do is I take it off the board, Now bear in mind you want 3 lengths, equal length, and with these pearls, I don't think I had to do much adjusting. They seem to be the same size after I put on the same
So for this necklace, you've repeated this process 3 times?
Yes, you have 3 separate pieces, and you'll need a minimum of 8 inches in length of your sections. And all we're going to do is just at one end, just do a little twist, because you don't want all your hard work falling off. And then I pick up the piece, hold on to the 2 wires, and if you're twisting, it's a little tip to hold the wire and twist the jewellery. You'll find it so much easier.
Yeah.
It acts as a lever. So do that on one side, and you need about 1.5 inches of twist, and then you revert back to the other side. And before you do your twist, just make sure that it all sits nice and neatly. And it's really important at this point that your jump rings were closed properly, because what might sometimes happen is you might lose a jump ring, and once you've threaded it all on, it's going to be difficult to get that jump ring back on. So just take a little bit of time closing your jump rings. And all we're going to do again, holding the wires, is we're going to twist like so. You're going to get your 1.5 inches. It's not imperative that you twist, but I think when you're making a wrap loop at the end, you get a really nice finish. Okay, and then with your round nose pliers, I'm just going to do a wrap loop either end. Okay, probably about halfway along your pliers. Do a little wrap loop. It's not important how this looks, because we're going to hide it all under a wax wide cone. Okay, and cut the end off there. And then do the same the other end. So you want your wrap loop. Okay. This is a perfect length for a bracelet, actually, so you could, if you wanted.
So you could make a bracelet out of that.
And from that necklace, you have enough pearls left to make a matching bracelet as well. So you have your 3 sections, okay, and all I've done is I've made a wrap loop with a separate piece of wire around all 3. I've popped a cone on the top, finished it off with a pearl, as you can see on the necklace you're wearing, and then I thought I'd use the spare jump rings I had to embellish between the pearls all the way up to the back, and then I've made a little clasp at the back. But so I think I managed to do 3 plaits. So don't be really tight with it, because you want to be able to see the skin through. You see there's little hollows formed between the pearls. And that's really strong, isn't it? It's not moving.
Really is.
It's really, really
and
sturdy.
so many comments about this necklace as well.
Really?
Like earlier on, we've had, well, before we even honed in on the kit, everybody was like, oh, look, love the necklace. So yeah, fabulous. I love the goddess. Now, I'm thinking, this design, you know I love. You know I love, love, love. This and the pyrite.
Oh, and the pyrite, yes, yeah, okay.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe we've got this.
Right, okay. Just a little bit of gemology info. When a gemstone fits into 2 categories, when it is not just actually rare, it's apparently rare, which you might be thinking, Elle, that's obvious, all gemstones are actually rare and apparently rare. Well, that's weird. It's basically referring to the fact that they're not just rare in Mother Nature, they're actually rare in the trade. So that's what those 2 mean. So when it is actually rare, like your diopside, many gemologists would agree that it can command whatever price point the traders decide.
Okay.
Our first direct route for diopside, ordinarily, when if the collections that I have brought on our sister channels before, we would go directly to Mr. Ying. Mr. Ying hasn't bought any of this. He's finding it very difficult to get hold of. And the last conversation we had with him was he hadn't bought any himself for 12 months. It's now getting on to sort of 18 months and so on and so on and so on. So we can't. This is from Austria, but Russian diopside, there are rumours that the mine is no longer in production, the phone lines are actually disconnected. There's another rumour that one big Chinese trader has actually bought the rights to that market. Oh, no. So that's another, we don't know what's true, it's hard to get information from there. But yes, diopside can be found from different locations around the world. To be honest, if generally, globally, diopside is hugely sought after right now. This natural gemstone, which to me is the very definition of rainforest green, has got a wonderful performance, a brilliance of light. There's no other gemstone like it. I mean, you might say, you know when people say this is the $1 million emerald? I disagree with that, because I generally like to compare gemstones.
Okay.
Don't generally like to. I think diopside is breathtaking and probably one of the most undervalued gemstones on the planet to date. However, that is swiftly changing. And I think emerald in its own right, beautiful. You know I love emeralds as well. So get it whilst you can. It would definitely be one of those that I would say get sooner rather than later, like your tanzanites, like your ametrine, like your Ethiopian opal. Get it as soon as you possibly can. Now, within this bundle, you have got, it's a limited stock, you have got double strands, you've got some of the most sizable nuggets here. I mean, look how sizable they are. Aren't they incredible, Mark? Could you do this necklace, your goddess necklace, with this and
that? The only difference being you would maybe make a group of 3 chips, then add your jump rings, not just one. Because I think it would be too heavy on the jump rings. But have a group of 3 or 4. Depending on the size, that would be amazing. Yeah,
because some of these are really big.
Yeah.
Some of them are really big. I just love that combination. Diopside, for me, needs to be with yellow gold. For me, I love it with gold. But why do you disagree? Do you think silver?
I like silver.
You like silver with it? Yeah, it's an amazingly visual gemstone. And if you take it out into natural daylight, and again, we were saying that earlier on about your garnets, this is a refractive gemstone as well. Take it out into natural daylight, and it almost like glows. It reminds me of, what was the Superman?
Krypton,
that's it.
Kryptonite.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I can't remember who's told us, but I'm sure, it might have been Xena actually, said that she's 99% sure that the stone they used as kryptonite in the film was chrome diopside.
Wow, that would have been massive.
Yep.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Rare luxury, gosh, that is the biggest understatement of the century. It's not just rare, and it is without shadow of doubt luxury. It's definitely one of those gemstones that I would say get it whilst you can, along with your ametrine, along with your tanzanite. Is probably my top 3 of urgency needed, and that's only my own personal recommendation. Let's bring that price tag in. A substantial carat weight of this beautifully natural gemstone at £17.95. Even if you're thinking right now, I don't know what I'd do with it, Elle. Get it whilst you can at £6 per strand.
That should be for one, in my opinion. Really, really should. That's amazing.
It really, really should. A quarter of the stock's gone instantaneously. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Even if you're thinking, I've never worked with chips before, get it whilst you can, because I'd hate for that moment to arrive. And this is what I justify an awful lot of my purchases this way. And do you know what? I'm very fortunate to have another half who just understands. Same as I also have a saying, no pay, no say. So no pay, no say. But when I buy something like diopside or tanzanite and take it home and show my other half, you know, he understands that it's okay. You're buying those because you know that at some point that it might be unobtainable for whatever the price, and the price tag will dramatically increase. This is an heirloom gemstone. All gemstones, Mother Nature's gemstones are heirlooms, but ones which are hugely scarce. £16.95 only. Substantial quantities. Would goddess necklace, goddess bracelet, matching pair of earrings.
Beautiful. I'm trying to think, which of the colour pearls would you put with them? I think that dark blue. I think the dark blue would look amazing with chrome diopside.
Yeah, it would, because it's kind of got a greenish tinge within there, isn't it? But this isn't it. Don't you find it staggering that this colour is natural?
You were talking about emerald earlier. As a child, you learn about pirates at school, and you have the treasure chest with the jewels in. This is the emerald green that you imagine, isn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely is. It really is cascading out of the treasure chest.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It is, isn't it? And I just think there's nothing like it out there. An emerald won't have the refraction. An emerald, well, I mean, it could be natural, of course, it'd be hugely considered, but this is a naturally produced gemstone. It's not irradiated, it's not coated, it's not heated or treated, just incredible. Well done. And it will sell out, and you've got hundreds of carats worth there. Okay, so back to you,
would like another
Mark.
one?
Oh,
okay.
Well,
I've got one prepared if you want me to.
Have you? Yeah,
okay.
I'm intrigued.
Okay. It's the big chunky necklace. I thought I'd show you how I put it all together. Again, using different colours. So I'm going to show you how to make one of the little sections, which is basically, if I pop it on the overhead.
What little sections?
It's one of those.
Oh, okay, this necklace, right.
Yeah, one of those. And then it's one of those. So I'm using different colours for this one. I like doing that
Aren't
on demos.
those colours beautiful with one another? That to me is like a mermaid.
Martha popped in the break and saw that colour and thought how divine it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she knows her colours, does Martha?
She does, yeah. She's got a great eye, Martha.
She has, yeah. Having pictures of her sat in a tree over the weekend.
Oh.
I don't know what that was all about.
Okay, so basically what I've made, and this is all using rosary link, which you know I'm a massive fan of, okay? So I've made 2 little rosary link triangles opposite each other, and again on the necklace I've used different colours. And then as a spacer in between, I've used the corresponding darker pearls. And then to join the 2 triangles together is rosary link and also good old jump rings. Now this is 1mm silver that I've used. On the necklace I raided my entire jump ring stash, and I think I used about 45 jump rings altogether, so I thought, right, I'm going to make them this time, which I should have done when I was at home, but anyway. So that's the general pattern. So what I'll do, if I show you how to make one of the little triangle sections, and then it'll all make sense.
All come
how it
together.
all gets put together. So I'm using 0.4, purely because I like the dainty, is that a nice word, daintiness?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Dainty's a good word, I think.
Okay.
It's a good, yeah, because it is. It's given the fact.
Another word. Another word to
Delicacy.
Delicate. That's it. Delicate.
Delicacy.
I prefer delicate.
Yeah, it's given the fact these are some jumbo pearls, aren't they?
I know. No, it's mad. So I'm going to quickly show you how to make one of these central sections, and it's basically rosary link. So again, I'm going to use 0.4 wire. I've got a piece about a foot long, but it depends on how happy you are just to use the length that you need. Okay, so we're going to start with a basic rosary wrapped loop, which I've shown loads of times because it's one of my favourites. And you need minimum of 4 coils, if you can see that. Okay, it's a minimum of 4 because you need a bit of space to attach your last section to.
Okay.
So just cut off that little tail. I'm going to thread on our bead. Like so, and then I said 0.4 goes through really easily. So we're going to finish off our first rosary. So again, leave enough space between your pearl and your plier to replicate the coil that you have underneath, which is a couple of millimetres. And we're just, this is the easiest way I've found for rosary linking, and there's quite a few different ways, but I found this is probably the easiest way. I cut off our tail. Okay, pop that down, and we're going to start our next loop, but we don't want to close it before we've attached our link we've just made. Okay, so we go to this point where we've made a right angle with a little loop, you can see there. Okay, then we're going to take our first link we've made, feed it through, and drop it into that little loop so it sits there, so it's not going to go anywhere. And then we're going to seal that by repeating what we did on the first section. So we're just going to finish off the wrap. So remember, at least 4 coils. So 3, 4. Going to cut the little tail off. Then thread on the second pearl. If you wanted to, you could do a square version and do 4 pearls. It's entirely up to you. And you've got enough pearls to do that on the strands. So again, leave enough space between your pearl and your pliers. So 3, 4. Finish that off. Cut the little tail off. And then pop that down. Then this will be our third section. So again, make your right angle with your loop. Take your last link. I mean, we shouldn't have favourites, as you said earlier, but rosary linking is fastly becoming my favourite technique.
It is a lovely look, isn't it?
It's so therapeutic as well. It really is lovely.
It's really lovely, and it's not too complex. You know, you haven't got to concentrate too hardly on it. It's a wonderful repetitive design. Just to remind those of you that are dialing through, or maybe you've just tuned in, it is Free Gift Friday.
We keep forgetting that.
We do keep forgetting. We're so engrossed in the bundles and the new ins and the showstopper deals. Yeah, it is Free Gift Friday. So if you spend anything over £50, you'll get a free gift worth £9.95.
What I would do, I wouldn't look at it when it arrived, and I'd wrap it up, and that would be my Christmas present.
Oh, do you buy yourself a Christmas present?
Well, I would for this if it's free.
I don't think I wouldn't have that patience.
I would.
Would you?
Yeah.
I'd open it early. It's like if I bought those chocolate selection boxes now.
You'd open them, would you?
Yeah, they'd be gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Chocolate in my house would be gone in seconds.
So we've popped on our third, and this is slightly different this time. What we're going to do, and this is a bit fiddly, is we're going to start the first section of our loop. Okay, and with your tail, we need to bring the first pearl up. So we're going to bring the first loop up, pop it through, and the fiddly part is getting that loop sat. He says that, and he did it first time. So if you can see, we've got the two links now are intertwined.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see that perfectly. So we're just going to hold it flat, and using flat nose pliers, you need to hold the two. You can see where the two loops cross. Okay, that little coupling. You're going to hold that nice and tight. We're going to take that wire up through the triangle. Okay, and just be a bit gentle with it, and wrap it round once. Bring it up through the centre, and just give it a bit of leverage. I'm going to take a bit of time on this because we don't want that wire to snap. There we go. And then up through. And just do it 2 or 3 times. It's not important to do the 4 at this point. Okay, and then just make sure it's nice and secure. And then go in and cut off the tail. And there you have your little triangle,
your
triangle section. So what I did, I made them all first. And once you've made your little section, if I pop this down on the overhead, like so, so you have pretty much like this, and then you'd replicate the same with the other ones. So you'd have the horizontal, and then 2 of the vertical, like so. And then between the space, you would put a jump ring either end, and then in the centre, you'd put a replicating colour pearl, and then you'd get that sort of nice little technique on the necklace. If we bring that across, I can lay it down and talk it over maybe.
Sure, fabulous, isn't it? Look at that.
Yep.
Look at that, what a wonderful cascade. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Now, I tell you what, gemstone will work wonderfully with all of those blues. So I'm thinking if it's going to incorporate the Paraiba tones, the greens, the blues, it's going to have to be fantastically pleochroic.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, how about I bring you one of the most pleochroic gemstones on this entire planet?
This bundle has foxed me. I don't quite understand.
I totally get you.
No, yeah.
One of the most pleochroic gemstones on the entire planet, totally and utterly natural. There is every possibility, and this is me sort of trying to predict into the future, obviously I can't do that, but thinking about what's the next big gemstone after tanzanite. When tanzanite is all but deplete, and what we've got is what's already out there in the trade, what will be the next big blue gemstone? Because blue is the gem that we really massively get behind, similarly to your sapphires. I think it could be Iolite. I think Iolite. And do you know why? Kyanite...
Oh, my word.
It could be Iolite, I don't know.
I think it's Iolite.
I do as well, because there's a different colour, there's a slight difference to it. Iolite to me is your blue, is your cobalt blue. Sorry, Kyanite to me is your cobalt blue. Iolite has got so many different variations, similar to your tanzanite, because it is so pleochroic, that's down to its gemstone structure, etc., its crystal structure. You'll see from one angle a vision of yellow, a vision of pink. Literally, it just glows. It's steeped in history. It was used by sailors to navigate. I mean, if you imagine that, a gemstone that was used for navigation. This bundle, quite rightly, has stumped me as well. Because how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, hang on, Kim. Have I miscounted? Is there 10?
10. This is what I like to see, a massive bundle of the same stone.
And me.
Without a doubt.
I know why this bundle's happening. Let me let you into a secret. Earlier on in the show, I mentioned that Kim asked for a list of gemstones that I love.
Oh, yes. Yep.
This was on there.
Right.
And I was saying, why are you going to try and do some bundles? I did not think for 1 second I was going to get Iolite bundle. I did not for 1 second, especially 10 strands of it.
Oh, this is beautiful.
We should be bringing this to you, and this defies belief at £31. £2.50. This is a natural blue gemstone. Sapphires, 95% of the world's sapphires treated. Tanzanite, usually treated. 99% of the time it's actually treated. Kyanite would struggle to have that unique iolite blues. This, 10 strands of a natural blue gemstone, potentially the next blue, big blue. That's £1.90 per strand. Hasn't it got like a violet? Can you see the sort of violet hues coming through?
This one in the centre is pretty tanzanite-y, I think, if you're looking at your dark tanzanite.
It is. It really is. I don't like making comparisons of gemstones, you know that, but it has got real tanzanite tendencies. We've got a message in saying that price is insane.
Completely.
It is. We can't. I mean, how many pieces of jewellery could you get out of 10 double strands?
Oh, gosh. You can get 2 memory wire cuffs out of 1 double strand. So that's 20 of the cuffs.
Cuffs
easily.
As well, not just...
Four loops.
Yeah,
4 loops.
Sarah in Worcestershire saying, hi everyone, a big shout out to Kim for working so hard on these deals and all the crew who we don't get to see at Welder. Do you know what, Sarah, you are 100% right. Kimbo, if I could bring you into the studios right now, she goes, it will never happen. She's camera shy. She's camera shy. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the crew. They do amazing deals. But Kim, you've worked especially hard to get hold of these bundles.
See, what I really like about Iolite is really good for gents' jewellery. And for surfers down the south coast in summer, just a chip. Is it gone?
Gone.
Oh, okay.
Got one more bundle. Hey? I've got cord. Is it this? No. Bear with. Gorgeous in green. Ah, here she is.
Look.
Come on, Amelia. She's never. Are the JM crew also camera shy? Wes, are you? Are you camera shy?
I'm not really bothered.
Come round here, Wes. Come round here, Wes.
Better cover my t-shirt.
No, good band. I was into them, by the way.
Fine then.
So where's everybody? Got lots of text messages in because apparently you're a hit with the ladies. He's got a slight blush on his cheeks there now. Slight blush. What a show with me. Ah, yeah, thank you. We've enjoyed it as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we always do.
It's been amazing. Okay. Emerald. Diopside.
I know.
Mark, we've got satin cord, wax cord. Is that wax cord as well?
It is, yep.
Look at these colours first. So, macrame, kumihimo, threading.
Crochet.
I
Everything.
love green.
That middle green is for the chrysoprase we had earlier. Do you remember the capuchins?
Do you know green is my favourite colour?
Is it?
It never used to be, but it is now. Particularly this tone of green.
It's like an Amazonite green, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Amazonite, onyx green. Love it. Absolutely adore. You're getting 4 spools of your cords. They are, let me just check, 1mm, 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 and is that 1mm as well? Yeah, in the various different textures, etc. So there's those. Plus 10 metres of each, by the way. A double strand of emeralds.
First emerald of today, isn't it?
'Tis the first emerald, not the
yes.
last, however. Might be whetting your appetite to next hour.
No, okay.
I'm not going anywhere. First diopside sold out. If you missed out, grab this. You're getting one of the big 5, natural by the way, and natural diopside, and all of this different cords to be working with. I mean, I'd love to see. Like the goddess bracelet, like you've done with the wax cord, because that will really elevate the colours, don't you think?
That's amazing. That's a massive strand of emerald as well.
A double strand of emerald.
The big chips as well, big nuggets.
The
Chips,
what?
are they? Big nuggets.
I thought you said something else then. Yeah. They are big nuggets. Sorry. Just had a moment then.
Okay.
When you look at gemstones like this, Mark, and would you keep them all? like your emeralds and your diopside, which are rarely seen together, to be honest.
Separate them personally.
Would you separate them? That was going to be my question. Would you commission them separately? Because I would do exactly the same, to be honest. Because diopside is so sought after right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, emerald is obviously, it's a type, it's a member of the big five, but because diopside is so sought after right now, I would be using that individual strand particularly sparingly. Do you agree?
Completely, no, without a doubt. I would put it again with the white pearls from the last kit.
Oh yeah, diopside and pearls looks amazing. I think we saw on a wall of fame one of our jewellery makers sent in a diopside in between pearls, and it looked incredible, didn't it? Yeah, beautiful. This with the pyrite, the coated pyrite earlier on, just maybe picking out the greens and the golds, not necessarily the colour, but the golds in between, because they're the right size, aren't they? Let's bring that price tag in for you. Pretty much every bundle that we've brought you this hour has been an entire sell out. This should be £21.70. Really? For diopside and also double strand of emerald and all of that threading material, 40 metres. If this does not sell out, I will stand on my head.
That's a big statement, Eleanor.
Yeah, well, I'm that confident, and I haven't done gymnastics in a very long time. I'm 37 years old now. You stop doing it after a while, don't you? But if this doesn't sell out, don't you think though? I'd pay that for the emeralds and then some. I'd pay that for the diopside.
I like it because this green is a matte green to go with the pearls.
Yes.
With the emerald.
That's a really good point.
I really like.
This with that.
Yeah.
Let's hold those up.
That's perfect. That will be the combination I'll do first, I think.
There's your emeralds right there.
Yeah.
And your diopside, well, either or, really.
Yep.
Oh, no.
You put it with a bottle. Oh, yes, yeah.
This for that, straight away, and these for whichever. But they are literally matched to perfection, aren't they? Amazing, £12.95. Congratulations, do check out as soon as you possibly can. We've got another text message. Looney Tunes. Who is? Kim. Nicola Encounter said, it's like the Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Oh, yes. I used to love that film. I used to love that. What was the green thing then? Was it the witch? That was green.
It was the Emerald City.
Oh, the Emerald City, that's right, yeah. Shazza, hello to you. Thank you for a lovely show, guys. Kisses to you as well. I've enjoyed it.
Have we got time to tell them about next Thursday? Because
yes.
I'm so
Go on,
excited.
we have to be really quick, though.
Glow in the Dark Paracord, brand new, 6 colours.
Glow sticks and everything.
Next Thursday morning.
Next Thursday. Again. Thank you so much, honey.
Pleasure.
It's always a real delight to work with you.
That's lovely.
Yeah, isn't he amazing? It's been loads of fun. Of course, all Mark's designs will be uploaded. Don't go anywhere though, because I'm literally back after a very short break for another hour. We have got the big 5 coming up, so just whetting your appetite to your emeralds. Thank you so much, my darling. When you're back next Thursday?
Thursday morning.
On Thursday.
Yeah.
Woohoo! So don't go anywhere there. Make sure you do check out if you've got anything in your baskets, because pretty much every bundle is sold out this hour. But it's the big 5 coming up after this very short break.